What's up, folks? Hope you're all doing well today. We're just gonna have a fun, chill little evening, play some Bazaar, and yeah, just hang out for a little while. Nothing big, nothing fancy, just trying to get back into the swing of things after this week was quite interrupted by the weather and the internet outages because of the weather, so no huge intro today. Just gonna say thanks for tuning in, folks. I'm the voice. This is the Echo. We're gonna play some Bazaar tonight and have some fun. The last couple times I've streamed Bazaar, I think this is the third time I've streamed it now, I've just played Vanessa ranked games, and that's probably a lot of what I'm gonna do tonight. I am very much at this point still, if not a one trick, at least a main of Vanessa. I have played Pig, Dooley, and Jules a lot more recently, mostly in normals. Mostly in normals, you're not going to face the same level of opponent. More casual players, more experimental builds, more just oddities. So you're not going to face the same level of quality of opponents necessarily, but what it does is allow you to figure out that own hero's lines. What items to aim for, what interactions exist, what skills tend to benefit more of the builds and things like that. So I might mess around later and do a game of like Jules, and we might do normals. I might do it in ranked because I've probably already hit my peak for ranked for this current season, but we'll see. Maybe I'll get a little bit higher. My last stretch of games was actually the best I've had in a while, even as disjointed as they were. In my last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 games, I've had 4 10s, 4 9s, 2 8s, and a 7. So only 4 of the last 15 were under 7. So that's pretty, yeah. I got to my peak rating off of that for the moment. I'm a little bit lower now because a couple games ago I had a 2-win run earlier today, which was not great. It's just kind of a dead run. I just didn't really get any line to follow. So, but we're going to have some fun. What's up, Olsen? So let's jump in. We'll just do a ranked game with Vanessa to start. I think the last time I streamed, my rank was like significantly worse. I don't really care about ranked right now. It'd be cool to push it into like the top 1,000 at some point, but we'll just see what we can do. Just gotta find the lines, follow them, protect the pivot, make the right pivot when it shows up, if needed, and if not, scale the build properly. Okay. So I could either get a silver tier friend, or I think, man, a silver tier friend is valuable, but there's just too many options that you can have available if you, yeah, like weapon scaling right away. That opens up a lot of potential. Zorasid fits in almost every one of Vanessa's good builds. It's not necessary for all of them, but it's a weapon, it's aquatic, it's a friend, and it hastes. So
Do you have to leave already?
Hand axe is interesting because it is raw weapon damage for a wide weapon board. I think I'm gonna buy it just because at worst I'm floating a gold on it for a while, and at best it scales a good weapon board. I don't think I'm re-rolling here because it's gonna leave me with only 5 gold. My board is set for right now, so I think I saved the 2 gold. Yeah, but the one thing it can't be is a silver tier friend. So that's why the silver tier friend can be so valuable on day 1, is because none of the stores are going to sell anything silver. You can get silver if a store were to have, you know, like this is a medium item vendor. She could have another shark claws, which could give me a silver shark claws day 1. But you're not going to be able to buy silver items on day 1. So, but I will check here.
Help you find who
Case in point. And that's pretty substantial for day 1. It doesn't guarantee a win because day 1 is pretty much RNG. I'd love to pick up this fishing net, but Okay, this is the thing. I'm so inclined towards fishing that I'm considering selling the axe to grab the fishing net.
Never tell me the odds.
But I don't think so. It's close, but I don't think so. So, Fanged Inglet can give me Deadly Eye, which isn't bad. Viper, give you the Toxic Fang, regular Fang. Can also give you Lash Out, which can actually be really good for enabling start of combat stuff, because at the start of each fight, poison. So that's before any of your items activate. So if you were to get, the first time you poison, freeze, you can get a start of combat freeze, which can be very good. But I think Inglet just overall is either going to give me gold, a fast weapon, or crit. So. I need fast weapons to benefit more from Shark Claws. Well, not specifically crit. Fast weapons, because it's on a slow timer, but... Okay, skill, weapon, or... I'm not going to do the sharpening kit, because I'd rather a faster weapon. Do I take a skill, or do I fish for weapons? I think I check weapons.
I'm finished with fighting. But
Narwhal's a good fast weapon. Do I grab the shovel for a small item? I think I do. I think it's worth it. And if nothing else, I could fill the board. Let's take an enchanted schmall. Probably flying fish here. Turbo flying fish. Yeah, turbo flying fish is really good here. No money, and the regen's not bad. 4 regen could be the thing that makes me win day 1. It's not overly likely, but it's possible. So turbo flying fish adds that it hastes an item for 2 seconds. So the flying fish by general does damage, makes an adjacent item start flying, and it itself receives haste whenever you use a flying item. But now it also grants haste. And haste is just so integral to a lot of Vanessa's builds. So now it can proc haste and receive haste. It can be a very big feedback piece in a haste loop, like a Shark Ray or a Puffer loop. That's pretty big. I'm weighing this a lot because I could get 3 loot items here, or I could get the regen. Now, the loot items, I can't get XP because it's only bronze. I think I'm going to take the regen, because that gives me a little bit of a buffer to maybe win day 1 when I might otherwise not. Now, day 1 is very RNG. If she has, like, prep station and regen, I probably can't cut through it. She's all burn, and my weapon system's not super fast. She has prep station and a ton of burn. There's no way I win here, I don't think, because this amount of burn is insane on day 1. So the regen doesn't weigh in. Man, it would be close. Look how close it is. That's a second or less from proccing and killing her. Oh, that's frustrating. Did she get a crit? She's 4% crit, and I don't know if I got any crits. Let me see. It's just the freeze. Just the freeze here. If this freeze, if she doesn't have the icy hot sauce, we win there. But Silver Skillet with a prep station on day 1, that's so hard to beat. Prep station is just insane. So, I'm not going to go to Curio this early. I am going to go here and get a silver tier friend. Pesky Pete gives me some options for charging the Zoracid. Zoracid charges whenever you burn. This is triple burn. The weapon to the left of this has plus 20 damage. While you are enraged, this deals double damage. It's not a bad small item to get. And importantly, if you have a Karnak item, when you level up, you have access to the Enrage skill. And if you look in the bottom left corner, When you reach 100 rage, you become enraged, removing slow and freeze from your items, and your item cooldowns are reduced by 10%. So it can be very useful to have rage. And the way you generate rage is just by using items. You don't have to be Karnak to be able to generate rage if you have the enrage skill. Small items or skill? Probably small items.
If you have to ask the price.
Would love to see, like, a chum or a barracuda. I'll take the ambergris to give me some economy. I wonder if I can beat the eccentric aetheryte here. I think I probably can. And rigged is a really powerful skill. I think I beat the aetheryte here because their biggest danger is if they stack up shield, then they scale it off the force field. But I'm pretty sure that our damage is enough to get through the aetheryte here. She also got 600 health, so it's a lot. And she does give crit chance, but if I keep that shield down and my damage scales, I think we come out. Oh, it's going to be close. Okay, it came down to crits. Either me landing a crit or avoiding a crit from them, but that's big. Rigged would be the big winner here if we got the rigged skill. We did not, but that's fine. That's also a chunk of gold. That's 4 gold or... I hate this decision. Do I get the Epicurean chocolate? I would prefer to get it before the day 2 fight. I have... These two would probably be the ones that I would scale off of it. Man, I never make good use of the chocolate. I'm just going to go with my instincts and not right now. Not great choices. Shoeblade guarantees a crit, but it's slow, and I would prefer to have some more speed. Ugh. Alright, not great options. I don't think... I'm going to grab the lighter because my board's about to expand. So, 12 gold is a lot right now. Is it worth getting... So my board expansion is going to be like that. Yeah. Is it worth taking in rage right now? I think it is.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
Get myself to 10 regen or take a random medium item. I think I'm going to go for the 10 regen. Alright. He won on day 1. Doesn't mean a whole lot, but...
You do see these tusks.
Burn, shield... and some damage scaling. That's going to be tough. I think the regen is going to help me early. I think it's going to help me just enough to get through. Yeah. Regen helped keep that burn off by a lot. These fights don't look very close when you look at the final health total, but man, they can be razor thin. Alright. That's 1 win on a day 2. And we keep trucking. Okay, I don't think I'm doing Curio. I think I'm just taking 5 damage to weapons right here. I could stack more regen, but we need damage scaling. Okay. Upgrade a bronze tier or shop. I would probably upgrade the Zoracid. I think shopping's going to give me better chances here to find something transformative to the build. Yeah, Switchblade's pretty big. Buy the Bilgeworm for the Ambergris. And look, I got the Zoracid upgrade anyway, so I had to pay for it, but... It's not great damage scaling, but it's a little bit more on top of the Shark Claws. The problem with Shark Claws is just how slow it is. And if I get nothing else, these two go on when my board expands. So I'm not dead. This is haste. This contributes to haste. This is haste. If I were to go into like a puffer, I'm in weapons right now, but it's so early that the run could shift completely. I have to debate whether it's worth picking up this jellyfish because it's a very big piece in a haste engine. That's what I thought. That's why I paused and looked at it for a second, because it showed the display of +1 poison, and I had to look and make sure the narwhal had gotten from 10 to 15 so that I actually got the damage, because I did the same thing. I was like, did that give me plus poison? I think I grabbed this jellyfish here
I guess.
because it can go into a lot. I could even put it on the board expansion. Probably Street Gamer to try for the day 9 ticket. I prefer to go for the day 6 ticket, but this is basically just money. I don't think I beat the Hoverbike Hooligan at this point, so it's not worth risking for the 1 extra gold. We just beat the Street Gamer.
First Pickles game? Aw, should I explain the rules?
The board definitely is still slow, but I have to remind myself that we're only on day 3, so... Hey, we got the day 9 expedition ticket. It's not gumballs here. Not yet.
Mine is highly concentrated.
Now, this is where I can get myself in trouble by buffering too much into a potential future pivot, but Catfish at Silver is not a bad thing to have. My board's about to expand by 2 slots. I could put the jellyfish and the catfish on. It doesn't work with the damage scaling, but it gives me poison as a backup. But I could also just put the jellyfish and the lighter on. And I don't need the catfish. I could roll here to see Switchblade or Hand Axe. Or Chum would all be really good to see. You know what? I do think I buy the catfish here. Because I'm going to make some of the value back on the ambergris anyway.
I think that suits you beautifully.
It's 1 day to go. I'm going to roll and see. Dive weights. And the upgraded ambergris. Okay, I think I ditch the shovel. And take the upgraded ambergris. This is great if I get into if I get into, like, Shark Ray. Which is the most likely expansion for this board, is swapping Shark Claws for Shark Ray. I'm not there yet. I need a Shark Ray, but... Do I sell the ambergris? Okay, if I sell the ambergris... Yeah. So this is what I do. So if I sell this... And then I buy this one, and the dive weights, and the coral... And I can dump the coral. Probably upgrade the Switchblade, since it's one of my only forms of damage scaling right now. That way this haste is being scaled here and here, which isn't super important right now. Except it'll keep them basically perma-hasted, but if Shark Claws came in, I would want this alignment. Or, not Shark Claws, Shark Ray. I don't have a lot of gold to shop, but there's a chance she could have a Shark Ray, and with 4 gold and 3 gold here, I could afford it.
If you find it in the sea, that means it's treasure.
I'll take the flying fish.
Scrape off the barnacles. Good as new.
No. Even if I sold out on a reroll, I wouldn't be able to afford what I wanted without selling part of my board off. Alright. So we definitely made some decent improvements to the board. Poison isn't really here for... I mean, it doesn't do a ton for us right now. Actually, I wonder if this is just better because... Hold on. How could I line this up? Because I want him to haste this and this, so I do this. Actually, I guess I still want the Shark Claws hasted more than Pesky Pete right now. But yeah, I think the jellyfish... I think the catfish is just going to give me more poison than the jellyfish would overall. Problem here is I want to be on that switchblade. Yeah. That'll work. Because I don't care if this is adjacent to 2 aquatics right now. It's not that big of a deal. This is only 5 damage on the board, but it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 damage boosted. I'm just wondering if the jellyfish coming in would be more valuable than the hand axe right now, but I think this is fine. Let's see.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
I've been tracking you across the outlands. Your
Shield. So he's got a boar, a wild boar. Yeah, it's nasty. He's got a lot of healing and a lot of scaling. Don't know if I will keep up here. We're doing okay for the moment. Looks like we'll get through, yeah. I feel like his board alignment's not right, but I'm not good enough at Karnak to see exactly how. Alright. Didn't get a star chart or a astrolabe yet. So let's shop at Andy's. Piranha, for sure. In fact, I'll probably put the Piranha in place of the hand axe. I like Clamora in some situations. I don't think I need it here. Salt Claw doesn't fit. It's just not the right thing for the board right now. Because we don't... I mean, we do have a lot of haste, but he's off... Well, he's haste and slow. Hugh haste here. That's interesting. Because it's not an obvious pickup, but... I'm thinking... Because we're triggering haste here, haste here, haste here. Every time he activates, it's 3 haste. I think Salt Claw gets a surprising amount of scaling here.
You got it here.
There's also a consideration for this to get even more scaling in. Because this will trigger off... Yeah, I'm keeping the Piranha because Piranha are so good in so many of Vanessa's late builds. But I think Salt Claw's going to scale a lot here. I got no cash, but I can get some free damage, so... Hellbilly, we want that day 6 ticket if we can get it. Right there. And if not, left-handed's not bad. But he should scale quite a bit here, I think. Yeah, that's a big hitter. It's slow right now, but...
Folks like you move in.
He got up to 180 damage.
Going up.
Off 35? Yeah, that's substantial scaling, because I think the Shark Claws only went twice. So they added 40 of that damage. So he gained over 100 damage from the haste procs. It's not a forever piece, but it's a good piece right now. Hey, we got the day 6 ticket. That's huge. Ooh, this is tough. This is a tough decision. We have both expedition tickets. This is a tough decision because this is most likely experience. There's only 2 bad outcomes here. But this could have a Shark Ray. Experience is so valuable, but a Shark Ray here gives me a substantially better board. I'm gonna check. Oh, there's the Shark Ray. Okay, I'm gonna go Shark Claws out, Shark Ray in. Now all that haste that was feeding him is gonna be feeding everybody. Shark Claws is just too slow. It's not bad scaling. I had a 10-win, almost a perfect, a 10-win just the other day off of a Shark Claws build, but Shark Ray just delivers more consistent scaling. by far. Okay, these are only a second apart, but this gets hasted. But I'm trying to see if I could get more flying procs out of this. If I do guaranteed scaling. So, the flying fish, this and an adjacent item start flying. And whenever a flying item is used, it hastes this, which scales the shark ray. This is 6 seconds, this is 5. So if I put them like this, as soon as this goes at 5 seconds, the only thing it can make fly is the dive weights. And then when the dive weights go off, it procs not only 5 haste here, from the jellyfish being an adjacent aquatic, but it procs 5 haste here. And then the turbo flying fish himself procs haste, and then Pesky Pete goes off and procs haste, which charges the Zoracid, which procs haste. So I think forcing the dive weights to fly here is the correct call. And this is why grabbing that jellyfish was so important, because it can proc so many haste cycles. And I think I do this so that the faster aquatic is next to the jellyfish to proc it more frequently, while still benefiting from the Switchblade. The Switchblade is actually one of the weaker items on the board right now, and could be swapped for another friend who can receive the haste. But it is damage scale. But see, like, I have to consider that, because the Piranha is charged whenever you use a friend. Well, everything on the board is a friend except the dive weights. So the Piranha's going to go off a lot. And that's probably more impactful than this scaling. I think. This is the tough part. This is the part that I still am learning and struggling with, is refining the builds. Streamline weapons, static acceleration, inexorable. Those are the skills I want to see here.
If you want grim and stoic,
Inexorable.
you came to the wrong
So freaking good. That's scaling crit, and we're getting it on day 4. So this is going to add a ton of crit by the end of the run, depending on how far we make it. 10 regen or random medium. The only thing that would be great here on a random medium is if it was either a puffer fish or a second shark ray. It could be. But 10 regen is not nothing. 20 regen is a nice little buffer. I'm going to go with the regen. Alright, 2 wind pigs. So he's got the same number of wins as we do. Let's see how this haste works out for us. He's got noisy cricket, so he's going to have some high-hitting small weapons here. Piggles? No piggles. He's got a lot of multicast, and he's got damage scaling. See if our damage scaling is better. Look at the haste triggers. Come on, get through. Like, we're at 434 health, but he's about to proc at least 300 damage right there. That's close. That's not a super clean win. Like, we're not that far apart, but the damage scaling was pretty good. I want to look at that. I want to see how much scaling actually happened here. So all the damage scaling is just off of the Shark Ray. We don't have any other source scaling our damage. So he got up to 145 from 20. So he gained 125. So he procced 25 instances of haste. Yeah, that'll work for now. We need to scale it. We need to keep it in line. The good thing about a board like this is it can naturally switch into Tortuga, which is inarguably Vanessa's strongest, most consistent late game board right now. I actually think I just go here and get a free weapon because he's only going to sell me small and large, and he's not going to sell me any large as I want to buy right now. Can't get Tortuga until... The earliest you get Tortuga is day 6. And we're going to be in the expedition on day 6 anyway. So even though I don't have the extra experience here, I'm just going to grab a random weapon and 2 gold. I might be able to grab a few spare change. Oh, we get an extra monster fight here. That's probably better than shopping for weapons. I mean, if she has another Shark Ray, that's huge, but XP is king. And I already skipped one fight earlier. Okay, Grandfather Clock. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to weaken my board just a little bit, because this can give me 2 spare change, which is extra gold. So we're getting extra experience and extra gold here.
you've seen my creator. I do not know his name.
And the grandfather clock scales some damage, but it's extremely slow damage scaling, so I'm not concerned about losing the fight.
I'm the old tinker. Tell him.
And we're slowly going to be getting this crit higher and higher, and getting an extra fight here means 2 more % crit off of inexorable, so extra fights are really valuable for us right now. And we got some spare change. I think I'd do the same thing. So, all talk is really great at the beginning of a fight. Your weapons have plus 30 damage while you're above half health. But Vengeance's left and rightmost cooldowns are reduced. That can be really good. I think I just go for all talk here, though. I'm not going to use this. I'm not going to poison at this point, so I'm going to drop the catfish. We keep these because they're right back in here. I'm done with the switchblade. All right. See if we... And I'm going to keep this down, get myself 2 more spare change. So we're getting extra experience and extra cash here. Very big. Very nice. All talk would be the best pick here. Didn't get it. Pistol sword's great in an ammo build. One of my favorites. Let's go for a loot item. Looking for potential XP. Didn't get it. That's cool. Alright, we're not in an ammo build, so we're going to sell those. And we got quite a bit of money out of that. We just got extra experience, so instead of the 1 XP here, because we got the extra fight, I'm going to go for silver items and look for a shark ray or something else upgrading our board. Okay, I'm going to grab this fishing net because that could give me experience via vials of blood. I'm going to hold on to this. I might be able to squeeze some more cash out of that. Oh, this is such a rough decision. More experience or look for that shark ray. I am ahead on experience right now because I got this 1 extra fight. But being even further ahead on experience is good. But getting a shark ray... That's the only thing I could find here that would be beneficial. I might put a puffer on the board if I found one. I gotta check for more experience. Get an item? Could have been a shark ray. Hey, it's an item. It could be anything. It could even be a shark ray. Alright. 2-win Mac. He's over-leveled the same as us. He's 1 extra level up on the day, so he's level 6 on day 5. He's burn, and he's probably going to be faster than me. He's got a little bit of health on me, too. That's a lot of burn. So my damage... Oh, the freeze! But we get through. Man, our damage scales quite well right now. That freeze was nasty. Alright. It's 4 wins. And we go into the expedition now, which is great. I saw friend skills, I think, which could give me balanced friendship or beautiful friendship. Be the best ones to see here. Beautiful friendship, balanced friendship. Friend zone is substantial here. Hold on. This is a lot of damage. Weapons have plus 5 damage for each friend you have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's a huge amount of damage. But cooldown reduction is so important because the faster you go, the better you're going to be. And this is damage scaling. When you use a friend, your weapons gain plus 4 damage for the fight. But you have to use enough friends to be better than this at base value. So this is giving 5 times 7 friends. So this has to proc 7 times. These are all really tough decisions. So this is out. Warm Hugs isn't bad because it's charged the Zoracid. But cooldown reduction is so important, but this is so much raw damage. God, I wish this were an easy decision. I'm gonna go Beautiful Friendship because it's just so much raw damage off the start. I don't think I can pass up that amount of raw damage right now. We didn't get the skill one, but we did get the full upgrade diamond one. Okay, this is gonna be really important here. This gives our leftmost item 2 random types. If this gets the friend type, that helps our board stay even better. It did not. It got trap and toy, which is fine. Now the problem, though, is every time I drop a friend off the board, damage drops quite a bit. I could get 2 extra spare change here, though. Yeah, I don't think I'll have any problems beating the Hellbilly. So, and extra money. You come out of day 6 with a lot of cash anyway, so I might be being greedy by trying to squeeze extra out of it, but... Our damage scaling is really good right now. For the moment. For the moment. And we're continuing to grow more crit, which is good. Ganjo. Not a piece I'm going to use, but an interesting one. It's weapon scaling, but I have weapon scaling. This is haste. First time you use an aquatic item, or an item each fight, haste 1 aquatic. Everything on my board is aquatic except Pesky Pete, but a haste trigger triggers this. But I think I might see better. When you crit, your weapons gain 5 damage for the fight. Yeah, our crit is growing, so improvised weaponry is definitely going to be more on the top end. All right, get rid of the Ganjo. What's in the core? 2 XP. XP is king. So, Mossy Brick Buddy. This can give me an item from another hero that's gold quality. All right, Heirlooms is out. Worry Wart is out. Not going to use those. Mossy Enchanted Brick Buddy. The only thing that this could become that I would use would be like a mossy pufferfish. But it's certainly a consideration to keep it. But I can also upgrade this to diamond with the crystal. And it's going to give me a diamond item every day. That's just economy and potentially like a game-breaking item. You know, a build-defining item. Alright, briefcase is out. I got plenty of extra value out of it, so I'm happy with that. Okay, we'll hold on to that for the chance to, I should have done this the other way. This is going to 50-50 whether it gives me the Replicator upgrade or the Ouroboros upgrade. Got the Replicator, so that's Diamond. Cool. Because I kind of screwed that up. I should have picked this up and put it to Diamond before I picked this up. Alright, 2-win Mac. That's a good day 6. We got a lot there.
But I've seen my share of storms.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you.
Is this Runic Bow? Lifesteal, Poison. Runic Bow, yeah. He's got a fair chunk of poison. I think my damage scaling is good enough here, but... He's got some damage scaling of his own, though, and lifesteal. But my burst is too good right now.
It's in the heat of the crucible.
Alright, 5 wins. Diamond Dragon Whelp. Not the one I want. Weapons. See a Shark Ray or a Tortuga.
Buy my weapons, and you might.
Neither.
Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
I think I go haste. I'm looking for static acceleration.
People think the body powers the
Static
mind,
accel.
but
Oh, okay, this is
it's the other
tough.
way around.
When one of your weapons is hasted, it gains 5 damage. This hastes everything, you know, a lot of the board. This scales my crit off of haste, though. And we already have, and if we have crits, okay, so here's the difference. Streamlined weapons gives me damage on haste. This gives me crit on haste, and if I'm critting more, I'm proccing more improvised weaponry. So, with static acceleration and inexorable, I'm going to reach high crit much faster. This is the skill I was looking for, so that's the one I'm going to take.
All measurements are imaginary.
Non-weapon items, I could get a dive weight or a better jellyfish or a better pesky Pete. It's not great, but there's some options here. Illusory is interesting, but I don't think so. Okay.
I feel like that decision comes from a negative place.
When you burn your items gain crit. I mean, Pesky Pete's burning. It's a little bit of additional crit. When you heal or regen, charge a poison item. Not really what I need, and I don't have heal or regen on the board, and I already got the rage skill. Do I beat the Annex Trooper? I think I do.
We're sorry. The Bazaar is too valuable to be left ungoverned at this time.
Like, it's a lot of burn, but my damage scales really quickly, and importantly, Beautiful Friendship is giving us a very big initial hit. That 20 regen is holding a lot more value than I thought it was going to.
I'm not able to process that request at this time.
Plasma grenade. Okay, here we are gonna do this. And see if we get a Mossy Shark Ray Puffer or something like that. Mossy Dock Lines. It's not a bad item, but I don't think I'm going to wind up with anything mossy that I care about, so I'm thinking of just ditching this, because even a Mossy Shark Ray doesn't help me that much. And a Mossy Puffer would change my build, but it would be really good. Okay, I could go for a skill upgrade here, and basically any of my skills that it upgrades are good. I could also go for a haste item and look for a Shark Ray, because this is a haste item. But every single skill upgrade I can get here is good. Yeah, static acceleration. That's twice as much crit scaling. Alright, it's a 5-kill Vanessa. Looks like she lost on day 1 or 2. So, this could be close.
Not to squabble with nobodies. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
What build is this? Is this a saloon with fiery on it or something? It's a fiery port build. Wow, that's going to be a lot of burn. We need some crits and big hits. Okay, the crits came through. Our crit chance was up to 64, 69. Yeah, our crit scaling saved us there. That was a lot of burn. 39 burn here, 45 burn here. 745 damage from the SMG because it's scaling damage off the Shadow Cloak. That's an interesting port build for sure. But our crit scaling off static acceleration got us up to like 64 to 69% crit, depending on the exact item. Okay, I'm not gonna find anything mossy that I care about there, so I'm just gonna sell that.
You've just taken the first step toward good taste.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom!
Oh, was that gunpowder? Gunpowder would have been better. I thought I don't know if it was ammo item or plus ammo, which would be gunpowder. XP is king, but I really need to upgrade to Shark Ray if my build is going to stay competitive. So I need to keep looking for chances to find it. Puffer changes the build a lot, and we are in a weapons lane, not a poison lane, so I'm going to stay off Puffer.
Buy, don't buy, as long as we get to hang out.
It's just got to be Cosmic Rock. When you haste, a weapon gains 10 damage. That's what we want. Otherwise, we could get one of the feathers, which is just cooldown on all items, and that's very good. Even Keen Eye, just raw crit to get us to the crit faster. But I need to upgrade this Shark Ray, or my build's going to start falling behind a lot as we go into day 9, 10, and so forth.
It's over already.
Because if I upgrade the Shark Ray, the damage scaling gets twice as fast. It's substantial. Okay, here's a good chance to find a Shark Ray. Nope. We did not find a Shark Ray. We got a Flying Fish upgrade. That's not bad. Yeah, okay, good. I should have just looked at it longer. Okay, this gets us the Shark Ray upgrade. So it goes from 5 damage to 10 damage on every haste. So that's twice as much scaling. 3 kill Vanessa, 3 win Vanessa.
You should know. I'm a bit
See how we do here.
on Pelago.
Biff the
I may be
Yeti.
young for a captain, but I've seen my
Puffer
share of
build,
storms.
I'm guessing. With damage scaling on poison. It's a puffer build, but I don't think it's going to be fast enough. It might be, though. No, our damage is too much.
Got talent. You should put it toward noble.
Yeah,
use.
it's just... Beach Ball Puffer, in the early days, this was one of the best builds. Beach Ball was just super consistent haste, and Puffer used to poison on haste, not charge on haste. So this used to be a very good build, but it's just a little too slow right now. Like, they've got all the right pieces, it's not scaled and fast enough. They need a better haste engine. Something like these 3 pieces, or even 2 of these, would be far more consistent than this. 7 wins, not bad. Let's keep it going. Oh, that's right, we got the Day 9 expedition as well. Hi, it'd be cool, but I can't use you. All right, Temple Expedition. Expedition. Let's just do a boulder trap.
My boys.
Oh! Oh! Obsidian or deadly? Hold up. Wait a minute. Because this makes this do damage. If I could get this to be a friend, that would be so substantial. But deadly makes it give crit to the adjacent friends. The problem is, these aren't really the ones I want to have crit. These are the ones I want to have crit. But these are the ones that have to be adjacent to it to do the scaling. We get to max crit fast anyway. I think I take Obsidian, and I probably put it on one of these 3. I should have looked in one of the previous recaps if the Piranha are activating more than the Narwhal once the chain starts. I wish this had, like, double damage scaling. That would be insane. It would be also probably kind of broken. Although you don't see Obsidian very often. That's why it's a legendary enchant. I'm going to go Obsidian, and I'm going to put it on the Piranha. No. I'm going to put it on the... I'm going to put it on the Narwhal. The Narwhal's faster. I know that it's going to proc at least twice at the beginning of the fight, so... There you go, Saline. Was a test for our damage scaling, for sure. Woo! That Narwhal just did 1,000 damage. That's a little bronze Narwhal, and he did 1,000. 3x2, so the Narwhal is still ahead in shorter fights, so I'm glad I put the Obsidian there. Good loot. Alright, so let's give the damage to the Narwhal. Get the money. Burn goes on Pesky Petey. Probably also needs to go like that, since we saw that it's faster, at least in the short term. When you're shielded, your weapons have cooldown reduced. I don't have any shielding. When you use enemy uses a weapon, charge a relic. I don't have any relics. So none of these really matter ability-wise or drop-wise. We'll just kill the Myth Keeper.
I see beyond you. Beyond everything. It's beautiful. My people are gone, but I carry their spirits. Leave us.
A nasty narwhal. Obsidian enchant. So I can enchant another item with obsidian. Yeah. And I think we just put it on the piranha. Double obsidian, small fish, shark ray scaling. It's nasty. That's a 7-win dually, though. That's scary. Our build is still a little bit slow to start, even though the narwhal goes at 3 seconds. He doesn't proc any haste on his own right now. It's a, what is that item called? I can't even remember. It's the big, it's Dualtron, yeah. We could easily lose here, especially if that thing scales crit. Oh, man. It just outscales our damage too fast with the shielding. Like I said, our build is still a little slow right now. Yeah, that only had to go off twice to do the 4K. We don't have any defensive layer. So, and 900 shielding on it.
Ride that tide.
Diamond tier or Vanessa skills. So this is aquatic weapons, 30 damage. So that's 24, so this is more. Could I find a better one? Possibly, but I'm gonna take the raw damage.
You've come a long way later.
I had enough gold, and maybe re-rolling there was correct.
You don't have time not to buy this. Look at this. So fast now.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right?
Gotta upgrade this build a little bit. Small upgrades, not the ones I really want, but
Back for a refund.
not nothing. None of these are super impactful for me. When you burn haste an item, wouldn't be bad, because we do have a little bit of burn. Yeah. Also 4 experience from the Void Colossus. I think we kill it before this starts destroying enough items to matter. Yeah, for sure. It did destroy the narwhal. Sniped the MVP. Inexorable's up to 30% crit. That's not nothing. When you burn, charge a shield item. Not the skill I wanted. I wanted the other skill. XP.
Now this is how you win a war.
Gunpowder. That's gonna fuel this a little bit more. Keep the haste triggers going. Small and large. If he has a Tortuga, I'm gonna have to consider a pivot into Tortuga. Oh my god. He has a shipwreck. Okay, I have to consider whether I want to find a way to use shipwreck in this board, but if I find a Tortuga, then we're just in a Tortuga and a shipwreck build. Page 2 Tortuga. Nope. Okay. Shipwreck gives your aquatic items multicast. Is that enough? I feel like that's enough. Because these guys are critting. or hasted, so they're double activating. This is gonna proc a ton of haste, and then all our damage is scaled. We lose the haste here, but we're getting more haste here. I don't know if this is enough, actually. I guess if I lose today, I'm not completely dead. I at least am on my last chance. Let's find out. I got to 7 wins, so at this point, experimenting is fine. Shipwreck is more for like a burst build, but I feel like the scaling here could be enough to make it worth it. He's got a chunk of health and regen. He's got a lot of poison. That might mean his build is a little slower. This scales off damage off regen, though. I don't know, that damage feels pretty quick. And it makes the Piranha go a lot more because all of these charge it. Yeah, the Piranha went up 4 times for 2,800, almost 3,000 damage. Alright, we'll sit on this for the moment, at least. I had a perfect victory earlier in the week with Shipwreck Tortuga and some fast friends. I'd like to upgrade these guys. Our crit scales to max quickly. I think I'm going to pass on Gumballs for now, which is not something I normally do. No upgrades.
If you want cheap junk, go see Curio.
Medium items could have a Shark Ray.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
Man, just not finding all the upgrades. I also had a beautiful, perfect victory, or 10 win, it wasn't perfect, off a Toxic Tripwire, which was a lot of fun.
Hey, that's okay. It's been nice talking to you.
This would be great if I get Tortuga, when you use a small item, charge a large item. Otherwise, better static acceleration or healthy friendship. I'm going to go this way, because either of these skills helps me now, or if I upgrade into like a Tortuga build. Yeah, either of these skills would be what we want to see right now. I suppose the Zorocid's not terrible, but I'm not using it currently. Okay. Very rarely. Skill upgrade. I think that 10 damage pales in comparison to the crit because we get that 10 damage off 1 charge. I think I upgrade to Shark Ray here because now it scales 50% faster from gold to diamond. He could have a Tortuga. I'm also dumping... I'm missing out on fruit by having my inventory still filled there. Tortuga. I don't even know if I would... I mean, I would switch to Tortuga. I don't know if I'd want to, but I would, because it's higher top end. Alright, 7 fight Mac, or 7 win Mac. Let's go. We are a level up on him. We're level 13 to his 12. See if we're fast enough.
Not to squabble with nobody.
You remind me of
I was watching Crip play, Criparian play Bazaar. I was watching one of his VODs from earlier in the month, and he was on a day 17 run, and he saw a bronze item show up in a store. So he was like, I think that's a bug, but I'm not sure. Holy damage, Batman. That was fast. Yeah, holy crap. That's the exact number he did the last time he did 4 activations. The multicast on the other friends makes the Piranha just go berserk. And the reason I picked up the Tropical Island is just a little bit of extra defense. It's giving us max health or regen each hour. So it's a small defensive layer, because Vanessa doesn't traditionally have a whole lot of defense built in, so the only medium item I would care about is Shark Ray, and I already have it at Diamond, so we're just gonna get another experience. Yeah, Curio. We'll upgrade some stuff.
Just a matter of finding it.
Alright, just put this in the stash for now to make this easier. No shield items. No heal items. No slow items. There's nothing on this page for me, Curio. What the hell, man? You better have a better second page. Oh, a poison upgrade. Damage upgrade. That was such a bad Curios. Like, we got so little out of that. But okay. Yeah, I'm looking for the same 2 skills again. Yeah, that's a really bad curio, man. I've had curios on day 2 give me like plus 30 damage to my weapons, and then I got that curio on day 12 and he gave me nothing, 4 damage to the fucking fish. Okay, this is tough because diamond skills are good, but weapon skills could be massive here. My gut says weapon skills.
Is filled with weaklings. It is paradise.
I think I just go for raw damage. No, I'm gonna re-roll and see. Alright. None of those are incredible, but... Deadly?
Yes.
You know what a deadly shipwreck does? Your aquatic items have plus 50% crit chance. Okay. My crit scaling is a little bit redundant now because I think we're at like 90% crit. Yeah, 93 crit coming out of the gate. Okay, I could upgrade a weapon here and make the piranha faster, but I think what I do is look for Tortuga still.
I would spar with you, but this leg.
Flying fish.
We'll make some more stories. Then come back and tell me.
No Tortuga. All right, we're going to go for 10 against a 7-win Mac. He's even leveled, 14 to our 14. Let's see if we're fast enough with the fishes. The shipwreck fishes.
Makes this more fun.
If you knew my true purpose.
Wow, all medium, legendary poison item. He might just blow us out of the water here with poison. That's going to be so much poison, and I don't know if we're fast enough, but we'll see. Come on, fish, you got to be fast. Oh, we are fast enough. Holy... What? That was so fast. The damage scaling there was insane. The piranha was up to 696. Holy shit. That is a fun build right there. Shark Ray Shipwreck. That's the first time since I came back to playing this game that I've paired Shark Ray scaling with a Shipwreck build. But man. That... I was like, this is a nasty poison build. Yeah, the poison I don't even think ticked the first time. Or there was like a small initial tick from this poison. And that was it. Holy crap. Being at basically 100% crit from the beginning of the fight. Because as soon as they crit, they're scaling damage. They're hasting and scaling their crit to be 100% right away. They're getting damage off the scaling and damage off the crit. Let me watch that one more time because that was absurd. Just bang bang and then bang. That's a machine gun of fishes. We even stacked 158 poison on him from the damn jellyfish. Holy cow. That's awesome. That was a fun build. So, navigated it well. We started on Shark Claws and just had some normal weapon scaling. And then shifted into the Shark Ray. Was able to keep up with it. Good skill selection and skill support through the whole run. Kept our economy going with the fishing net and then the items. We got both expeditions and double obsidian enchant. So that obviously makes a big difference. I mean, when you end a run and you still have 141 gold left over, and you end a run that cleanly, yeah, your build was... You were doing fine. And then the deadly enchant on the shipwreck just sped it all the way up at the end. All right, let me grab this one for my folder and my spreadsheet. That was fun. I think every time I've streamed Bazaar, I've started with a 10-win run, and then it's gone downhill after that. So, if you want to tune out because it's not going to get better, I don't blame you. That was one of the most entertaining and fun builds I've had in a while. That was great. I think that's the highest rank I've been to. I think I was slightly higher earlier in the season when there were a lot less ranked players. But this is the highest I've been back to in a while.
Do I look pretty or scary?
All right, let's do one more Vanessa run, and then we might do a run of, like, Jules or something. Every time I've done a Jules run, I have just the... It is so hard to figure out board placement with that hero, because that's what it's entirely designed around, is adjacency and placement. Because of the heated and chilled tiles. Fucking frustrating. Start with small items. Zora said, I'm gonna grab this powder horn in case a high leverage ammo item shows up.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
I mean, I don't like it at bronze. Not the kind of high leverage I'm looking for.
Bring it back.
She could have a star chart or a shark claws here. Yeah.
I think you're really good.
I didn't have a star chart in that entire last run, so I never got to take advantage of the docks. Yeah, we beat Viper. Viper can kill you. It's one of the few that can really wreck you on day one, but... Marlin is fast enough to trivialize it. I'd really like the skill Lash Out.
Maybe a skirmish.
That's the weakest reward. So you could have another Shark Claw. Switchblade, Narwhal, Piranha.
I'm finished with fighting.
Probably enough to...
But
That's the second run in a row we've had... A second run in a row we've had Silver Shark Claws on day one.
My boy.
That's... So that right there is the hardest part that I'm having with learning new heroes. Is on Vanessa, I know what I'm looking for. This shop could have XYZ. On other heroes, because I don't know all their items yet, I'm sitting there going, I wonder if this store will have the things... could have the things I need. You never know that it's gonna have what you need, but you know that it could, so you know where to direct your effort. But on other heroes, as I'm learning them, I'm still going, is this store gonna have anything that helps me here? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay. Toxic Flying Fish, Toxic Narwhal. The Flying Fish works in more builds. The Narwhal, the reason it sticks around is because it's one of the faster aquatic weapon friends. The fastest aquatic weapon friend that Vanessa has. So it's often the ignition point, the first action that your board takes, and thus can be extremely valuable. Flying Fish and Marlin, though, work together in both haste builds and jet bike builds. So I think I take the Flying Fish. No money, so let's take a free medium. Maybe another Shark Claws. Okay, weak Cutlass. I'm gonna give him that extra poison. Alright, day one's a crapshoot. We don't have any high leverage pieces to, like, really tilt this in our favor, so we just kind of have to go for it. He's got poison, regen, burn, and... Or heal, not regen, but he's got a lot of burn. But we do scale crit here. I think we're gonna be fast enough? Yeah. Nice. Nice.
Softer than you. Impressive.
He actually had more poison than he had burn because of the initial dose. Alright. I'm gonna go JJ. Skill wouldn't be bad here, but I want to see a star charts.
Come on in. Let's chat.
I'll grab the catfish.
Make a sale. Sad to say goodbye.
I prefer this as silver, but I'll take it at bronze and maybe I can get it upgraded. Alright, Finn's Big Bite. 20 health and 5 regen.
There, you gotta keep your strength up.
Yeah, we can beat Warrior here. Go for that expedition ticket. Warrior in the earliest days of Bazaar was a fight that if you saw, you had to have a really good build to beat it on day 2 or 3 because it was super strong. All right, we get a truffle and an axe. I'll check Val Pack. Honing Steel is cheap and it's damage scaling. I'm actually going to do this. I'm going to hold on to that axe because it might be what I expand my board with, these two. Do I buy this? Do I reroll for 3? Both good questions. If I rerolled and he had a star chart, I could buy it. And I'm not that enamored by Fishing Rod. I'll take the Ambergris, and I'll take the Mantis Shrimp because that's basically free gold. Because it buys for 1 and sells for 1, but it also gives the Ambergris a value, so...
Ride that tide.
Let's go Bronze Tier Weapon. No good choices there. Meh. A meh weapon. Could I make 12 gold, 10 gold to buy the day 6 ticket? No. 7. I'd have to sell, like, a big chunk of my board to make that happen, and that's not worth it. Star chart?
Discounts for peace.
Star chart? Bitch.
Use that.
Alright, just in case. They've got a win on day 1 as well. We've got a little bit of damage scaling that's here and on the Shark Claws. That's better. Scale the damage there for a little more poison.
You should know.
And it's only slightly slower than the axe.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist.
Burn? Is this a cove? Cove on the board? And a lot of burn. Burn, burn, and damage. Holy crap. They've got a lot of shielding right now. And a lot of burn. I think my damage scaling is... Yeah, it'll cut through, but...
My crew says at the bar.
It's a chunk of burn and a quite scaled cove already. Mr. Richardson's just too slow this early. No ammo items for us. So let's go. I guess dive weights would be one to look for. Submersibles, not what I'm looking for. Star chart? Bitch, I want a star chart. So this gains 2 value. So that's basically a wash there. Star chart? Thank you! She had a star chart, guys. That gains 2 value and sells back for 1, so we made a gold by buying and selling that. It's just the gold is in the Ambergris right now. Okay, we're gonna go here because I want that day 6 ticket, and this is the best chance to get it because he's only got 6 rewards.
1 part sulfur, 2 parts.
Not worth 3 spots, yeah, but they might not have had anything else to put down, so... But yeah, it was quite scaled for day 2. Because Vanessa doesn't generally have a whole lot of economy to work with. They probably got something like gumballs early. Catalyst, huh? Huh. Uh-huh. Quite. I'm gonna go Finn's Big Bite here.
Now this is how you win a war.
I'm gonna upgrade the Honing Steel because it's the other scaling option that I have right now. Alright, weapons. I want that XP, but I need a better board.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
Well, this isn't great. I might wind up selling this. What I'm gonna do here, so that I can get rid of this... It's a weapon. Worst comes to worst, I can put the fishing net or the star chart on my board. It's not what I want to do. I don't know if I want to sell the ambergris right now. I think I am. If nothing else, the bilge worm fills the spot.
Come back and tell me.
Yeah, not great. Okay. Well, it's not incredible. Definitely got some weak options on the board. Butterfly swords are just too slow, but they do scale multiplicatively from the damage scaling. You know what? They're only 1 second slower than the G, which does scale itself, but it's the only one. I'm gonna grab these and see. No skills to support us yet. 1 win, pig.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
My dreams are too
Piggles launcher. Tough to see what else it's gonna be. He doesn't have enough scaling for the golf clubs. And he doesn't have any freeze for the snowmobile. His build just doesn't synergize with itself very well yet. Like, he's got some pieces. This heals, which scales this. This scales adjacent items, but nothing scales the snowmobile. He's got all damage skills. Interesting. But Pig can lose the first 6 days and then get a 10-win run because he's Pig. So I should have looked to see what the butterfly swords did there. Take the XP. That's why we wanted the star chart. Weapons.
Good fights lately?
Oh, I do miss it. I'm gonna grab a piranha.
Use it well.
And I'm gonna put it in place. I don't have a lot of friends for it right now, but it's still probably better than the bilge worm. Hellbilly is probably better than the boiler. So we've got... It mixes up the... So this is the skill icon here, and it put it here, but... Flashing Mechanic does give me crit off of this tool use, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's got 9 rewards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's only got 7 rewards. He's worth an extra gold, and Crash Site Ticket is what we're going for. The Halliday wouldn't be terrible, Halliday, and left-handed wouldn't be bad either, so the Hellbilly's the better choice for a weapons build to go after. The Boiler Room Brawler used to be one of the best ones to go after because the item that one of the items he dropped could upgrade any item on each day starting. He actually doesn't do any damage now, so as long as you can get through his shielding, he's a safe fight. No ticket. Alright, our first skill choice. Weapons gain crit. That's probably what I'm gonna go for right now. Because if I reroll and they're all dead, I'm gonna feel like shit, so I'll take 10% crit on everything. Curio again? Ugh. Alright.
Well, howdy, hero.
Weapon scaling.
Your part to clean up the bazaar.
I'll hold on to this clover for now. A little bit of regen.
Sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
Just sell that.
Hooey! Now that's a bargain.
Not a great curio, but
Trash is
not the
tragedy.
worst.
Reuse everything.
Definitely better than the last one.
Circuits to see that might find a home.
We got some odd pieces still occupying this board, though. Valpak, can you help us sort this out a little bit more?
Find everything?
No, you could have just said no, dude.
Who comes to Gigamart and doesn't buy anything?
All right, 3-win Vanessa. I feel like my board's a little weak right now because we've got
You
some
should
odd
know,
pieces hanging
I'm a
around.
bit of a legend on Pelago. I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
I'm guessing Yeti, Puffer, or yeah, Jellyfish, Shark Ray, or Jellyfish, Catfish, and a lot of haste. But we might be fast enough. Just on raw damage. Yeah, the poison doesn't stack quickly enough just yet. Their build's got legs. Like, that's not a small amount of poison, but it's just not consistent enough. Also, this is screwed up. Like, they don't have another friend on the Illusoray, so it's not triggering again. And this is an aquatic item, so they should have the Jellyfish here, next to the Astrolabe, because then all the... Well, I guess they're not doing... It's not a Puffer engine. Yeah, this is... All the pieces here synergize. They don't synergize fast enough. Hey, Sankey, we had our first roll was a 10-win run, and it was really good. It was a Shipwreck Shark Ray run, and this is we're in our second run right now. So far, so good. XP is king. I don't know what I would buy here. I might buy this lockbox, actually. Get some economy going.
Your aura guided me to what you needed.
I'm not in a Sea Dog lane. If I had Shark Ray, I would consider this for scaling. But I think it's too big of an investment to buy it hoping. But it's also one of the few ways forward if I do get something like Shark Ray or Puffer. Which Puffer would pull me off weapons, but that's not a bad thing. I'm not in weapons because I want to be. I'm in weapons because it's what I have. This might be a bad call, but I'm going to hedge my bets forward a little bit. Let's try for that day 6 ticket again.
There are dangerous things in this world, though some do not wish to be.
I need to move some pieces on this board.
I'm the old tinker. Tell him I am here.
Nope.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom!
Friends, you couldn't be weapons. I'm still going to take the gold. Alright. This needs to go here. This needs to go here. And that needs to go like that. That way, he's charging the 2 slowest pieces on the board. Charge the item to the left of this. It's not bad. It's actually probably better than this, right? In fact, like that. Yeah. It's a weapon, so it scales off Shark Claw. Small items from Andy. Not a ton that would be great there, but
If you have to ask
it's better than pearls right now.
you can't afford it.
Well, that's definitely going to be better if we get into a haste engine, which is better than Shark Claws if we get there. So is this, technically. I might be ditching the fishing net to hold on to the rest of this stuff for right now. It's tough. Do I just get raw damage or do I look for that Shark Ray? Or a Puffer.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
Narwhal and a Switchblade, huh? Alright. Well, that's better damage scaling. Alright, let's look at this. Yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna hold on to the Piranha because, again, it just fits so many things later that are important. There's a shark ray? Jellyfish. I'm debating whether picking up that jelly is worth it. Because this build could pivot heavily if I'll need it to proc a haste engine. Or it will help, at least. I don't lose too much by losing that, I don't think, so I'll grab the jelly in case.
Enjoy your purchase.
Do it like that. Okay. Our board is feeling like it's lagging behind a little bit right now, and I could easily run into a board that's just better built than mine is, because we've definitely lagged behind. Port or captain's quarters and ammo? Yeah. That's a nasty ammo build. I think we're probably beat here. I don't think there's a probably about it. I think we're just dead. Yeah. Like I said, we're just lagging behind a more cohesive board right now. None of this is great, but I guess I'll see if he's got a dive weight upgrade. Captain's Quarters is weapon scaling that's arguably better than the Shark Claws, but it takes up space and it itself doesn't do damage. Puffer?
Cast aside your destruments.
Captain's Quarters back to back, really?
Use that for the good of
I need a Puffer or a Shark Ray to get me into this saloon. Would be the best options right now. I'll take the Zookeeper, Toxic Friendship. One of the better options for any build I'm aiming for.
Right down. You fool! They belong in cages!
Full sail, my boy.
I teach, you learn. We're a good team.
Take Heated Shells with the expectation that I'm going to have the dive weights on the board at some point. I guess for now I upgrade the Shark Claws because it's what I'm still on for scaling. To make it a little bit more of a bummer when I wind up getting out of it, but...
The Bazaar's a crazy place.
And there's the Puffer in the immediate next door. Okay. Alright, this is where we restructure basically the whole board. Alright. We're off Shark Claws.
So, how about this weather where... Oh,
We just upgraded them and then... So I could have upgraded the Saloon in prep to try to switch out, and that was maybe the better move because it's only 10 additional damage off the Shark Claws anyway, but... Okay, so now we have haste proccing here. He'll proc haste on both sides. He'll proc haste on this and this. All of that haste will feed the Puffer, which is our main damage engine right now. We also have Heated Shells, which burn every time this gets used to charge this, which will charge the Puffer more. which actually means this is the better alignment, because the puffer will be charging this more. Alright, it's a big board shift, but it's better than what we had. It might not be quite fast enough because the puffer's only silver. And we don't scale the puffer's poison damage. It just stacks poison. This is a Armadillo, maybe? No. Wow, it's a freeze build early. That's disgusting, and probably beats me. Because that's a lot of freeze early and a lot of damage from the... Yeah. That's so much freeze. We're only on day 6. Like, that's ridiculous. Shielded Ice Claw, and behind it, he's gotten freeze, freeze, and freeze. On day 6. That's a disgusting build. Like, absolutely disgusting.
Make deals, not war.
That made my build look weak, and my build is a little bit weak, but it's not that weak.
I suppose you'll go by a weapon instead.
Size dilutes the brain. Mine is highly concentrated.
Well,
Tell everyone you got it here.
if I wind up switching off this, having those piranha is gonna be better. Go for the ticket, day 9 expedition ticket, or the cat, or just a lot of gold potentially off the treasure turtle. Now let's see if, when my board isn't getting completely frozen, if it can get some poison stack. It's not great. It's still a little slow, but okay, I think I moved the Zoricid to the other side of the Sea Dogs to charge it.
It's over already. We barely got the tide that tide.
Haste.
Actually, I'm human. The third eye? Long story.
None of those are good, so okay. First time you use a large item, haste 3 items. So that feeds the haste better.
Really is.
Sure, I'll take Hattie.
See? A little fun is good for your health.
That's an insane amount of experience.
This is how
I don't know that it'll matter, but that's crazy. Can you get a upgraded puffer maybe? Or a shark ray? Okay, this can change the dynamic here. Casual 8, yeah, like that's so much.
Just toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to
I don't even know if the saloon is worth keeping. Because it takes up 3 spaces. For the saloon, I could have the flying fish in, and the Zoricid. This is tough. Huh. I mean, this is a lot of haste, but I just only have 4 friends feeding off of that haste. I mean, there's even something like this. I have too many pieces here, and I need to figure out which is going to be the best. I have a slight bias towards weapons because of the 10% crit here. But what's the best haste engine? Is it these 3 pieces? Or is it the saloon? Or is it, you know, some combination like this? We'll go with my gut and drop that off. This is going to look very similar to our last run's build. Like, very similar. Maybe that's enough to win the day here. We're not broken if we don't. Wow, we've got 5 wins. Problem is, it's not great. We don't have the skill support we did last time, and also the Captain's Charge was the only thing. The Sea Dog Saloon was the only thing benefiting from Captain's Charge, but
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
Why fight when we can feast?
it's a mixed board. Looks like mostly a support board. Is that a bread knife with regen? Okay, so we're probably just dead because they're gonna super stack regen on us. And then the bread knife does damage based on their regen. My damage is okay right now, though. Okay. We cut through. Yeah. It was good to pivot into the weapons. We have more cohesion for it. That flying fish did a lot of poison. 166 points. We actually have a little bit of poison support there that's not nothing. Casual 8 experience from the loot items was kind of big. And this is getting some value for us, so. Nothing here that I want. Like, not a thing. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna transform this and see what we get.
It's always been this way.
He has a little more damage from the, he scales his crit 10% faster. What the fuck did the whole board move like that? Why? It's better than the 6 damage. Get out of here. Get out of here, fish. Ooh, Shark Ray upgrade. Thank you. That's big. So in the last... Okay, so this is interesting, but I could do Salt Claw, Zoracid, but the Marlin makes the whole board fly, and anything that's flying triggers haste here, which feeds here, so I think this is actually better. And the Piranha go quickly. If they were bronze, I would take one off, but silver and gold, they go quickly enough on the friend activation, so I think they stay on the board. In fact, this might activate more. Probably Wolverine here. Slowest weapon has damage equal to its crit chance, which is not a ton right now, but it's damage. We don't have any slowing. Yeah, let's go for Wolverine. Or just a bunch of cash off the pelt. Or an item that could get us the rage skill wouldn't be terrible. We don't have the crit scaling that our previous run had, because it had Inexorable on day 4 and some raw crit skills. So that's definitely where we're lagging behind. It's tough. Nothing here is good enough for Mossy. So I think it's just haste on something. Turbo on probably the Marlin or the Narwhal for fast haste proccing. Yeah, we'll go Turbo Narwhal. That gets us a haste proc at 3 seconds, which gives us more damage for the first volley. Fight a monster. Doctor of Vortex.
Why are people running? Why are they afraid of science? The Foundation for Foundation Studies will cancel my tenure for this.
I think his haste landed on the fucking belt on the dive weights, which means it didn't trigger the Shark Ray. It did. Of all the things to haste, he hasted the dive weights, which is... The problem there is it makes the dive weights go off before they're flying, potentially, and then they don't trigger the haste on the flying fish the first time through. So that's actually really annoying. Okay. When he poisons, it'll charge something. That's not useless.
Everyone here is huge. It's terrifying.
Marlin upgrade isn't overly valuable, but I've got extra cash, and if he scales his crit faster, he crits earlier, which might bail us out of a bad fight, so... Oof. That's a 6-win still. This is turbo enchanted, isn't it? I might transform that, see if I land on a fish for it. I would put it on the board, but it's not a friend, and I want as many friends on the board as possible for Shark Ray. If this is like a Molten Ball Blaster, we're probably just dead, or a Pill Bug, whatever it's called. Yeah, this. Pill Buggy. We're probably just screwed. Because that thing's going to hit so hard if we're not fast enough. Like, look at that. I hate that item. And we got them. This was about to go off. And it was going to hit us for almost all of our health. So that was lucky. But we got there. Yeah, it hit me one time for 1,540 damage. Screw you, Stell. I hate that item. It builds shields so fast on a haste board like that. I mean, they're essentially a haste engine, just like mine, so... Let's get some experience. Come on.
The Bazaar.
It's this one.
More than a city.
That has 3 in it. It has 1 in it. You suck! It sucks. Would I switch to Tortuga right now? Probably.
Little sentient slub shops. So I opened one.
He doesn't have it, so I don't get the choice, but... Alright. Probably... First 10 times you use an aquatic, haste a weapon. Yep, haste triggers this. That's very good, and everything's aquatic. When you poison, your items gain 3% crit. I mean, they do have a little bit of poison. That's a little bit of crit scaling. That might be where we're going. When your items start flying, charge a weapon. Our whole board does start flying. Okay, this is probably just more consistently a better set of options. Our board is very weak compared to our board last run. It scales damage well, but it has none of the crit support. And it doesn't have double obsidian. And we didn't get the day 6 or the day 9 expedition. And we don't have the balanced friendship or beautiful friendship skill. So we're definitely weaker. I could get an XP there, but I'm looking for a diamond shark ray. When you use a friend, haste it. Adjacent items are friends. This is something to consider here. But I might be putting too many haste triggers into the loop. But it makes every activation on our board cause haste. I could even do... I could put the piano here, and I could put the turbo claws here, because they'll count as friends. This might be too many haste triggers. I don't actually know, but I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna keep these other items, because I might wind up dropping this immediately if it looks weak, but... Because we might be hitting the tick limit too much. There might be too much haste happening, but... I'm gonna find out. He can't sell me a shark ray. She could sell me a piano, but it's not very likely. Better than gumballs right now, though. She could also sell a dive weights. I don't think I need a silver piranha from this chum. But you know what? I like my piranhas. So. There's a consideration here. The Marlin doesn't need to be on the board because we're not getting our haste from the... This might be better because these all charge each other. The reason the Marlin was on the board is because the Marlin and the Flying Fish work to create haste. Well, this is making everything on the board give us haste anyway. So the Piranha chain off of each other and activate faster, which activates more haste, which activates more friends, which activates faster, which... It's a frenzy board. Let's see if it can get through this 4-win pig.
Ahead. Underestimate.
The other thing about the piano is now the narwhal's very first attack immediately starts the haste chain because it triggers a haste scale. He's got a lot of shielding. There's going to be a lot of shielding to pull through, but... yeah, the piranha are chaining quite well here. Come on. The piranha frenzy. Just bop, 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 bop. They just, like, keep chaining. I just need to get more ammo on this dive weights. Yeah, look at that. 6, 7, 8 activations apiece. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We got a feeding frenzy going. And we got to 7 wins. So, at minimum, we've got the 7. Okay, we're well past day 8. This only gives you docks events from day 3 through 8, so we can sell that. Piano?
Reward
Up grotto my piano, pleaso. I don't need that. I just sold that. Loot item, please. That's the least valuable of the loot items. Thank you for that.
Send me your huge items. Price? Okay. Now
You can be gold in the stash for now. That's crit chance, but I think my board needs to stay how it is.
I guess I made a sale.
Sure, more gold. Spend gold to make gold. I don't have any large items. I don't beat Lord Arkin here because of this vitality potion. If I had a defensive lair, I could beat Lord Arkin, but I'm just going to go for the Master Alchemist.
Climb into my crucible.
If I had crit scaling, then this board would be even more insane. Static acceleration would get us to 100 crits so fast. That's still like the best skill for me to pick up would be static acceleration. I have to consider gumballs to try to get some crit, but I could get 10 gumballs and get 1 crit or no crit. So I think I go medium items for a shark ray or a piano.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All about moderation.
Neither one.
See that mountain? That's pole. You might have what you need.
Okay, you're going to give me a haste item, and that haste item is going to be a piano or a shark ray. Bam! That's neither. That's okay. 6 win Karnak. Alright, let's see if the feeding frenzy can do it. We're playing them a tune on the piano and they're just chomping away. Is that a giant sling or a tree branch, tree log thing? It's the tree club. Deadly tree club. That's gonna kill us when it goes off, so we don't win here. We can't win here. It's just a counter to us. He has the log trap and the tree club. We can't kill him before that goes off, so. Alright, that breaks prestige. We're gonna look for an enchant, and we're gonna look for deadly on the piano. Didn't get it, but mossy on the piano. When you use a friend to regen 2, it gives us something to last a little bit longer in the fights. Wouldn't have helped us there, because he one-shot us, but... I think I upgrade the Shark Ray.
Feel the difference?
Get that scaling.
Why I wear red, so the crew won't see me.
I would much prefer a deadly enchant on this piano, but you can't always get what you want. If he had a Tortuga, would I switch? Yeah, probably, because it probably gives me a better chance at getting 8, 9, or 10. He's got a Diamond Tortuga. That makes that enchant wasted because I'm probably about to sell it. Although, Tortuga makes this count as a friend, or the piano makes this count as a friend. Do I just slot Tortuga right in here? Or... Fuck, this is... Tortuga's got to be better, I think. But I'm going to keep the pieces in case I decide to pivot back. So, the piano makes this count as a friend, which means this activates Tortuga on all its activations, which chains all of the Piranha to chain, which is going to keep Tortuga activating. The big thing we're missing is we don't have crit. So Tortuga doesn't have the burst throughput that it might otherwise have. Improve your ammo items.
Don't touch the piles. Everything is organized.
Do I upgrade it or do I enchant it?
Must be a hole in my coin.
That's why we had that. If I get deadly on this, not ideal, but first time you use a freeze, burn, slow, or poison, charge an item. So when it goes off, it'll charge an item. Let's match our Tortuga versus the Tortuga and see who Tortuga's more Tortuga. Once it goes fast. The initial activation still takes a little bit because of this. Friend Zone would be the best pickup here. Weapon upgrade? Okay. We're going to enchant Tortuga, and it's gonna be awesome. Fiery. I mean, there are worse enchants it could have landed on. I can't think of any right now. Heavy would probably be worse. At least that's some fiery damage. Alright, let's get some damage. Okay, it's a 7-win Vanessa. Let's see if we can get to 8 on the Piano Tortuga Piranha build. Piano Piranha. Engine 4 Tortuga. Burn, lifesteal. Like, that is not a Vanessa build, but it probably kills me.
Next time, boys.
If this had gone off, I'm probably dead to the crit. That was spicy. Yeah, if this goes off a second time, I'm dead. I'm pretty sure. That's an interesting build. We got to 8.
I am eager to test your abilities.
Flurry of blows. First 8 times you use a weapon each fight, charge an item. All of this goes off. Feeds the engine faster. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. Good, 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 good. All right, I think we're staying on this, probably not on the Shark Ray. Look for some upgrades to our Piranhas, make them faster.
Buy my weapons, and you might.
Nope.
I hope you live long enough to reconsider.
All right, I haven't had gumballs all run. Let's see if we get any blues. Oh, all right, that's 3 blues. That's 3% crit. That's not nothing. No, that's the only 3 we got, but... Okay, I still think it's Tortuga because while this would be okay, Friend Zone is still... Yeah, that's not in his build. That's Pesky Pete. Stop it, game! Friend Zone is still the best skill we can get because it makes our whole board faster, and faster is the key right now. It's the best skill we can get from these fights. The best skill we could get right now would be static acceleration. Or large numbers, big numbers, whatever it is, to give Tortuga crit.
Waste of gun.
Okay. No large items that I need, so let's see. Browse the merchant stalls. Small and medium?
How do you hugelings use these things?
Nope.
That's fine, don't care.
Enchant an item. Do I risk a better enchant on Tortuga? I think I do. Because the fiery is fine.
Have you ever considered...
Or I risk it on the mossy, because if the mossy gets deadly, the whole board has crit.
You can see it like I see it.
Turbo.
Glorious.
So, the haste is twice as long. That's not bad. Alright. We're going for 9 wins against a difficult matchup, for sure. Mac is a much stronger late-game hero than Vanessa is. That's a Plague Glaive, and it probably just destroys me if it ever goes off. No, it's not. It's a test subject, Alpha. That's probably not any better for me. Yeah, not at all. Alright, not bad. We got 8 wins. That's acceptable. Yeah. Freaking Shiny Spider Mace did 2,500 damage. He had 3 Spider Maces. A heavy, a regular, and a shiny. And when you slower poison charge this, and he's just got a ton of poison activations. Alright, well, 8 wins.
I am the last daughter
That'll be fine.
My father lives through me.
8 wins should still be a slight increase. Yeah, very slight. That's why getting into the top 1,000, which will be my goal next season, is going to be tough. I didn't screenshot that one. I'll go back in the VOD and get it later. Not terrible. Oh. I could play something non-Vanessa. Probably the next champion that I feel the most comfortable with is probably Jules. I don't know if I want to play a ranked on Jules, because if I get like a 1 win or a 0, which is possible, I could absolutely tank my rank right now. Which I care about more than I should. But that's just me. I am me. Alright, I might do a Jules run after. I'm going to play one more Vanessa ranked run right now and see how we do.
This will look perfect.
So we got a 10 and an 8. Not bad. Objectively good results. Especially the first run. That one was great.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons, and you might.
This is one of those situations where if I buy the ammo items, I will not get a powder horn or a ramrod. If I don't buy the ammo items, that's exactly what will come up. So I'm going to hedge and buy one of these ammo items.
Make me proud.
Just all the ammo items, huh, game?
I prefer action.
Ramrod. Could have bought the fucking double barrel. But also, katana.
Ooh, that one's on
I don't know
sale.
that I want to be in an ammo build, but
Get one free.
can't always get what you want.
Thank you.
Those are 1 gold, so they're essentially free, because I can sell them back for their same value. I haven't had great luck with ammo builds recently. I had a decent one a while ago, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago, but I do have a friend. Let's try for a skill. Well, that'll help me early. If nothing else. Dude, nothing here synergizes. I guess the switchblade for now.
The Bazaar's a crazy place, right? Yeah, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Okay. It's actually a consideration to get rid of these. That's 4 gold. It's not enough to get everything here. I don't need the chum as much as I would like it, but if I could get both of these... It's going to leave my board a little bit empty. It's not going to be full for day 1 if I do that. Oh, that's tough. I for sure get the switchblade.
Enjoy your purchase.
I could sell all of these and get the katana, which is better long term probably, but it may be. I don't know that it actually is. I think I go with this for now. Yeah. We got a okay chance on day 1 here.
Not to squabble with nobodies.
My people believe
It's got some shielding.
boring.
It's got a little burn, but it shouldn't be too bad. He does have a little regen to start, but we'll overcome that pretty quickly. I think we're going to win here. Yeah. He had some chances against some boards. His board's also 1 item down.
Motivation isn't everything.
It's a very non-synergized board, which I guess gives it a little flexibility to go in different directions, but that often makes me feel like I'm a lot weaker at the beginning.
I would never debase my wares by it. You're a smart
Honing
boy
steel.
for your size.
Alright. Bayonet's a consideration, but... Crit for the items, that'll work. Do I get through the eccentric aetheryte? Probably. And this is not as good as this right now. Do I get through the I think I do.
The sparks! They're everywhere!
Looks like we should be fine. It's kind of close, but... That was a little closer than I wanted it to be, but we did get through. Rigged would be what I want. Or the ticket. Didn't get either, that's fine. That's usually what happens, is you don't get what you're going for. Okay. I think we're coming off these now for Shark Claw. And the Switchblade.
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
We just need another weapon that's better than... That's too slow.
Let's take a tyrant's whole kingdom.
10 gold for weapons. And it's a non-weapon store. The game, you're a troll.
Make deals, not
Ah,
war.
everything on his board is weapons. Non-weapon store's what he's looking for. At least it's something.
Energy's resonating.
If I don't get anything else, that at least gives me something that scales on the aquatics. Well, this is not great. Yeah, not a great board. But we do have a gold switchblade, which isn't nothing.
Go ahead. Underestimate.
We have a tiny bit of healing from the seaweed.
Hurt them, creature. No.
He's got a lot of healing. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to cut through that. He doesn't do much offense, but he's got a lot of healing. Can our damage scale fast enough? I don't think so. Well, His poison is getting us pretty low.
I hurt you. I'm sorry.
Dude, that last hit we did took him really low. His poison wound up making a lot of the difference in the end, but our board is just not great yet. Shark Claws being only bronzes. Consider that that was going to day 3. On our previous 2 runs, we had silver Shark Claws on day 1.
Those ribbons in your hair look
Which was lucky, but
so cute. This belonged to a
we don't have
great
any
season.
haste synergy for a puffer right now, so... Hey, look, there's haste synergy for a puffer. Fucker.
Scrape off the barnacles. Good as new.
That's a better... weapon than the one we sold. Dude, with the non-weapon stores, can you not, maybe? Unless you're gonna have a star chart. Of course not. Why would you have a star chart? That would be useful.
That's good.
Everybody watch! I'm about to blitz this new.
Oh, I need to put the flying fish next to the switchblade because it's faster. And it gets haste. We're just slow.
There's no way!
We're just slow right now. Day 9 ticket if we survive that long. Skills or items? I don't have enough money to spend on skills.
How do you hugelings use these
Okay.
things? Aside from Barsoom and
Gives us
stuff,
some
he
options.
actually cares about this.
Our board's about to expand, so that's going to go right back down. And I don't have anything for the other spot.
Full sail, my boy.
I got to upgrade this, even if it leaves me a board space short right now. Actually, I'll probably do this. And upgrade the Shark Claws.
Cargo sells junk. They don't make these like they used to.
Yeah.
Eat up, folks. No leftovers. My kind of...
To win
You
Mac.
should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
See if we
You are a
can
child,
do anything.
and I will
It's a lot of burn. That is a lot of burn, sir. Oh, it's a show globe, so I think we're probably dead. Because I don't think our build is fast enough yet to get through this. Although, might just be. Let's see. Well, the crit certainly helped.
It's a trap.
The crit made a big difference. Oh, my sound alerts are right over my face. I didn't realize that on this, Let's do that. What's up, Andy? Well, we got through. The crit was important there. I think if we don't crit, we don't get through. Which, means we're kind of on that 4%, but... I'm gonna go for silver items, because I'm looking to make this board a lot better. Dock lines is a good item.
That
It's
dude
not
has some
super
stories.
synergistic with my board right now, but it is an objectively good item. Hey, you'd think with the dock lines, I could work at the dock and make extra, but I'm gonna go here for a weapon. 2 gold and a weapon. You know? Maybe?
Another fool with too much gold.
It does have multicast, which means it double dips on the shark race or shark claw scaling. I wonder if it's even better next to the switchblade. It probably is. Raw gold. I'm gonna try that. And I'm not gonna go for ammo items. Mountain Pass, Hellbilly. That's an extra chance at the ticket, the day 6 ticket.
Like a sprig in a hay trap.
You gold-praying ski-waller!
You gold-praying ski-waller. What did you call me? 390. Okay. Ganjo.
I sense something blocking your power.
Raw damage?
Let's get rid of it.
I can probably do better, but I might regret that. All right.
There are a lot of steps in this staircase, but it's beautiful up there.
Based on the whole board isn't nothing. Because this is kind of weak right now. It's adding 5 damage, but... And this is... we'll ride this. Probably die with it, but...
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. My fight isn't with you, but if you insist...
Burn and poison. Is that a toxic puffer or something like that? Oh, that's the one. Yeah. This probably beats me. I don't think I'm fast enough. And he has it next to the Yeti crab. Yeah, he beats me here. Or it's going to be really close. Oh my god! It's so close. So close. Yeah, elemental depth charge, I've never liked it as a final build, but I've used it a couple times recently as a bridging measure to get through kind of the middle days. I want experience, but I want to shop for weapons, damn it.
What do you mean?
Give me all talk.
I have a diploma.
Or give me the pistol sword and maybe I'll fall into an ammo build. If the freezes landed differently off that depth charge, we could have tied or won that fight, so. Happens.
Now this is how you win a war!
Keep getting cinders, man. Not what I want.
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
Oh, yeah.
Happy to make a sale. Sad to say goodbye. Do you have to leave already? So, how about this?
Because ambergris value.
Have you seen my creator?
Going for the day 6 ticket. That's biggest piece we want. Our scaling is just not great right now.
You were right to strike me. I am a danger to
Atomic clock's an interesting item. Probably not one I'm going to use.
I was expecting you 0.5 seconds ago.
We're going to fall right back into a Shark Ray build. I don't have that much haste right now. Probably still the way to go. Okay. Contemplating something, because Captain's Quarters can haste tools and vehicles. This is a tool. This is a tool. This is a tool. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9 of my board space taken up, though. My only haste right now is here and here. It's tough, toughity tough. Non-weapon items.
The peaceful,
Dude,
punish the
you're a troll, game.
warful.
Could have had a gold captain's quarters. Okay, figurehead is what I'm looking at here because raw damage. Okay, this run is probably going to flounder earlier than I want by a lot, but I'm going to have to try to make some moves here to make something happen.
I'm so glad we could share this experience today. Use that for the good of all.
I'm gonna hold on to this mostly because I can transform it potentially. Those are a little late, but if it gets me a couple extra experience over the next 2 days, it might be worth it. We don't have a lot of haste triggers here, so this isn't gonna go well, but make this go faster because it doesn't scale off of this shit anyway.
I may be young for a
It loses a little bit of its own raw damage, but if it triggers first, then we get all its damage across everything else. My board is very weak, so I won't be surprised if we lose. Drill and rifle. Yeah, we're in a tough spot here, for sure. He's got a lot of damage. And some freeze to go behind it. We might be able to punch through. Come on. Barely. But barely counts. Oh. Oh, that's close.
Rally men, blades to the wind.
Okay. Raw crit or crit on scale on haste. We don't have a lot of haste yet, but that's the direction we're going. But would raw crit just be better right now? With Shark Ray, the idea is to put more haste in the build, so static acceleration, I think, is better. Because off, 10 haste triggers, we're ahead of the other one. So, all right. See if we get lucky, and maybe we get something in the haste tree. Well, a piranha's not bad.
So malleable.
It also it double dips on the scaling. It gets damage and poison from that. Well, I did buy the star charts, so let's get an experience. We're going to go for Dire Inglet, because I want aggression. When you use a weapon, it gains crit.
Already. We barely got off.
Didn't get it, but that's an obsidian item. Probably not worth transforming. I don't want non-weapon items. I'll go for mediums.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back.
Good medium items. Come on. Bitch, you ain't got nothing I want. Literally nothing. Go away.
See that mountain? That's Paul.
Second chance?
No sale. I want what's right for you.
Holy crap, you have nothing, lady.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom.
Haste and charge skills.
Muscles. It comes from beyond the body.
First time we haste freeze. Not bad, but not what I'm looking for. Alright. More haste for more triggers.
and we can ignore
I do not expect to win any fight we take right now. Our scaling is just not good enough. I wonder if this is better. Since we don't have that many haste triggers and just go for raw damage. Let's try. Try it like this with just the Shark Claw raw scaling.
Makes this more fun.
My dreams are too big for you to steal.
I've got more health than him, which is surprising. Am I higher leveled? That's gonna hurt. I am a level up on him. He's got a lot of shielding, but not as much damage. This did put a lot of burn on me, though. Yeah, that got me.
This gets you down. Eyes on the prize.
The crit chance certainly helped. Yeah, the salt giving those crit chance. All right. Like I said, our build's not great. Fuck. Could upgrade this for 25 extra raw damage on everything. Could upgrade this for better raw scaling. Or I could upgrade the Shark Ray in anticipation of actually getting some form of haste. I'm going to go with what is, in the end, going to be the better option, which is the Shark Ray.
Sylvia and I. Oh, how do I do it? Just
In fact, the reality is this. This gives a lot of raw damage to start, but it gives 25 damage. This gives 20 damage the first time it activates. And it itself does damage. So, none of this is great. There's not a lot of relics I would want. I'm just gonna transform this figurehead.
I bet you could have sworn that was something else.
We are weak right now. Very weak. So the runs are just getting worse. 10, 8, and this will probably be less than 7 at this rate. We haven't even gotten 4 yet. Yeah, when a PvE fight is taking this long, I know I'm weak. Very weak. Look, I want experience, but I need to find a path.
Sometimes I sell stuff. Yeah. If that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
That was haste, and I should have considered it for longer than I did. The water wheel might have been the solution because I could have put it in place of... Damn it. That was what I needed. The water wheel would have replaced both of these and given me full board haste. Fuck, I'm clicking too fast. I clicked right past it. And it would have been, not perfect, but it would have been an answer. It would have been fucking... Nah, did I fuck that up, but...
reuse, recycle, relax. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. Hooey! That's a bargain. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you.
I should have put that on a better target. It was leftmost, and I wasn't paying attention. Should have gone on the Narwhal or one of the Piranha. Maybe we get a weak opponent this day and we get lucky. I'm going to go for a gold tier aquatic item, and maybe I get something. Well, it's something. It's not something I'm going to use right now. Maybe we get a weak opponent. He's only got 2 wins. Maybe we can squeak an extra win out here and get back on track. Water Wheel was not the perfect haste engine. This is a money furnace build. I'm guessing. No, it's restorative Fire Claw. So he doesn't have the most burn, but it's not small. I probably can't keep up with the damage once the burn is on me again. His burn is just too much right now. Get through.
I'll admit, that was impressive.
All right, we squeaked out an extra win. It's a relatively weak board, so we got lucky. Well, got us to 4, so at least it's not an unfortunate journey. Maybe don't run right past the upgrade that fixes your problem next time. This isn't that upgrade. This is a haste source. Okay, I could transform this since it's obsidian and hope to get something better, but I'm just gonna go get me some extra haste on the board right now. Shark Claws is the weak link in our board. XP. A little bit smoother.
Was that even a battle? Maybe a skirmish.
I mean, that has haste on it. No, it doesn't. The other one is turbo.
Ah, yes, I have the truth.
I was hoping for static acceleration.
Which truth?
Ride that tide!
Dude, these vendors, these choices are horrible.
You feel amazing right now.
Alright, well, expect to die here. We have the expedition next
I
day.
may be young for a captain, but I've
That could
seen
maybe
my
give us
share
an
of
out to
storms.
get back in.
In 100
An
years
out to
when
get
you
back
are
in,
lost,
assuming we can get through any of the frickin' traps. Is this a plague glaive? Yeah, we're dead. He's gonna stack a ton of poison, and then this has multicast and lifesteal, so there's no way I can win here. Like, it's not even close.
I learned a century ago.
Yeah, he lost on, like, day 2 or 3, and hasn't lost elsewise. So, or he lost day 1 and 2, and then put his board together. Well, it sucks to die before we've even gotten in to the expedition.
Now this is how you win a war. Rally, men! Blades to the wind!
Weapon skills.
Good meat.
Those aren't the ones I want.
To meet you.
All weapons have double damage. Let's go in for it. Like, let's go.
Destroyed many sphinxes.
Okay. The problem here is I'm not sure. I think I can beat a boulder trap, but I'm not certain of that. Because our damage is not that fast. And if we lose, then we're just done. Like, these don't scale, though. I think I can beat these better than I can beat the boulder trap, because these don't grow in damage. They don't have anything that scales their damage. And I don't know if I beat a boulder trap. Yeah, they have too much to start. So it's probably too much. Yeah, I'm dead. I was thinking of the, I know they don't start on 1, but I was thinking they started on, like, 70, not 330. It's because I took Obsidian. They start on 100 something, but I took the Obsidian path. Alright, so I'm just an idiot. So our expedition was wasted, but that's, you know, it is what it is. We get the rest of the day to try to recover. I picked Obsidian out of habit, and they just do twice as much damage on Obsidian, so never a chance. Well, I told you guys after the first run it was just going to go downhill. I'm just proving my point. Okay, this is not fast, but it's haste. Dive weights.
Saw cost me my arm. Last time I ever went cheap on tools. See ya.
That's some haste. All right. Tortuga to bail us out for a couple more wins, maybe? Instead of fighting a monster, I'm gonna try for it. Eels? Eels and have some fun? Let's see. Sure. Alright, so, okay. There's actually something to consider here, because I can do eels and shark ray. This gets faster if a large is on the board, but I think I just go like this. And then Shark Ray scales the damage here. We have a lot of haste. This is a board that kind of depends on the enemy board to be an active board. My economy, I'm never going to spend the rest of this gold, so we're just going to roll. If they have a very active board, we might have a chance.
My fight isn't with you, but if you
Oh,
insist...
that's why I got wrecked by that. Okay, I said that I thought the spikes, the caltrops did 70-something damage. They do. But I picked Obsidian, which makes them like 150, and I have Glass Cannon, which doubled their damage again. I'm an idiot. It was because I took Glass Cannon, and I'm dead. So it's a 4-win run. We almost got him, actually, but that's just way too much burn. All right.
All of this is just
See, now I want to play another Vanessa run because I want to make up for this miserable run. This was a bad run. I took Glass Cannon. That's why the caltrops beat the shit out of me. I was like, why is their damage like 4 times higher than I expected it to be? Because I made a choice. Alright. Let's try one more.
This will look perfect.
You've just taken the first step toward buyer's remorse never. Be remorseless.
I'm not falling into your grenade trap again, game.
You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back. Oh,
Star chart doesn't help me day one, but...
I like the exercise.
Let's just do the Kyver. No items on the board. You'll win with 70 health. If you put items on the board, he can easily kill you because he can slow an item and slow an item. And when he slows an item, his weapons gain damage, and then he kills you. One of the day ones that can easily kill you. This and Viper.
It's over already.
You can also die to the Kimono if you don't get through at least 100 of its damage. Long John is interesting, but it's not a build that I really care for. Do I have a friend? I do. Aquatic weapons. Aquatic weapon? Aquatic weapon. Toxic seaweed is probably better, though. I can get piranha easier than getting a toxic enchanted seaweed.
Reward the peaceful, punish. I'm so glad we could share this experience today.
This is going to be an interesting day one. I mean, anything that's fast is going to destroy us.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies.
I will leave you alive to learn this.
He doesn't have a full board, but he's got poison, and his probably faster than mine. Yeah, he's going to stack 18 just from that. And that's just the first time it goes off. I have a tiny bit of healing, but I don't know if it'll make up the difference, because he stacks way more poison than I do. Nope. I'm dead. Oh! The heal! The heal came in clutch and allowed us to tie! Oh! Seaweed was the call for the day one win. Nice. That was lucky. If I didn't have... Okay, if I didn't have the star chart down to make this cooldown 5% faster, we're dead there. So, that's cool.
Come on in. Let's chat. Happy to make a
It's an aquatic weapon.
say goodbye.
This does sell for 5, and I have a gold there. So I'm going to go for
My
weapons.
battle days are over, but my
Zoricid.
use it well. Make me proud.
I want to refresh. I want to see what else she has. Could be a bad call. Probably is. Shark Claws. That's an aquatic weapon as well.
Teaches stillness. I prefer action.
Okay. Yeah, this beats Warrior. And I want the day 6 ticket more than I want the day 9 ticket. Especially because I just screwed up my day 9 expedition by taking Glass Cannon and then doing Caltrops like an idiot. Obsidian Caltrops after I took Glass Cannon. I'm dumb. That's what that means. In case anyone was curious. Alright. So our results today have been 10-8 and 4. So... be nice to get another high win if we can.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you?
Come on, you gotta have something good in this store. Well... I'm gonna take the fishing net.
If it's not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be.
It's not a ton of gold, but... should be enough for...
So much new stuff to show you.
nothing great. I don't think I ever take Beach Ball here. But if I reroll, I'm on very little gold. You know what? Let's take Beach Ball here.
I mean, probably.
We're gonna do that. Am I happy to drop this? I don't know. Into a Mac, I should probably run the Seaweed, but I'm not going to because I'm bad at the game.
When we are finished, may I dissect you for study?
He doesn't have a full board, but he's got poison, poison, poison. It's not the fastest poison application, but he has a lot of regen. I think his poison's gonna be quick enough with his regen. Well, the Marlin critting is the difference maker. Yeah, the Marlin scaling its crit is the difference in us getting through there. Because we're dead in a second and a half once this hits. 2 wins. Alright. We squeaked them out, but they are wins nonetheless. Well, for the moment, we are in the Shark Claws lane. It's getting a little bit of extra help from Deadly Waters this time.
I love this company. I love the company's owner.
Okay.
The more you buy, the more you save.
It's just math. Dabbling Apprentice looking for that expedition ticket.
It was Aqua Fortis.
Then 10 salt.
You hear these voice lines enough times, you know them all. Medium and large items. Any larges he have are not things I'm going to want right now, but he could have mediums that I want.
Acorns.
You're gone, you're gone. I am going to buy this. We don't want to upgrade the star charts. The only reason I have the star charts is for the docks event. Yeah, we're not in a jet bike lane, and I'd have to sell too much to get into one. Problem here is I kind of want another item. It's not a great item, because it doesn't benefit us the crit, but...
Ah, a friend. I mean, a customer.
Okay, well now we might be selling some stuff. I need 4 more gold. We get rid of the fishing net. Yeah.
So,
That's kind of a big piece right now. It's not perfect, and it doesn't fill the board, but it's gold.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People
Another... has every one we fought been a poison max so far? All 3 days? We're just constantly racing against poison mac right now. Do we get through? Oh, just barely. Again, the Marlin guaranteed crits and the damage scaling on this, or else we weren't going to get there. So that's 3 in a row have been poison max. Days 1, 2, and 3. Well, I kept the star charts, so let's benefit from them. Raw damage would be great, but I need to replace this, and I need to fill this spot.
Few warriors live to retire.
Mostly I'm looking for chum or
carry my
piranhas.
I fight alongside you.
Flying fish is good.
Enjoy the thrill of battle. Well, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do this and buy this.
Go make some more stories. Then come back and tell me.
And now we have enough haste that if Shark Ray came along, we would actually have to consider it. But Shark Claws being on gold makes that a tough thing to consider. Okay. I can beat a Hexa here. Gets me an extra gold, and I might get a crypto that's worth up to 10.
Do that for you.
She transforms small items into viruses, but if you don't have any small items, she can't transform any, and my damage will outrace the poison in her regen, so... Because the Shark Claw scales, and the Marlin guarantees crits, so...
Okay, disabling assistant for 1 hour.
So we make at least 1 extra gold there, and potentially a lot of extra gold off crypto.
If you want Riven Stoic, you came to the wrong Sphinx.
No.
I believe in joy.
Probably best defense when you use a weapon, adjacent weapons gain damage. Crit is nice, but crit is RNG. Raw damage is guaranteed. 1 gold, so we're not selling that just yet.
Right for you.
See that mountain?
That's Pole.
He might have.
I don't have a way to get... If this had gone up to, like, 10, if I click into her store and this is worth enough, I could get a ticket.
So many adventures to be had.
But it's already... the value is calculated at the beginning, and that's fine, because the other vendor was non-weapon items, and there's not much non-weapon items that I'm going to buy right now. So, if any. Maybe like a dive weight, but it's a burn dually with crit scaling on haste. This is going to be disgusting. Our damage scaling is good, though. Our damage scaling is good. He's got a lot of burn scaling there, but he's only gotten 1 win. Just don't think he has enough haste there. Yeah, he only gained like 7 crit. Well, we got 4 wins, so we've at least tied our worst run of the day already. Okay, I want weapons, but XP is so important to overlevel, so...
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All about moderation.
Okay, I think I'm stacking both Shark Claws and Shark Ray again. Like this.
Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
Because they make the whole board fly. They haste off flying. And these items are not super valuable anyway. I need to remember to check the crypto every one. So at least we have 2 forms of scaling, and we can lean into whichever is stronger. And it is an aquatic weapon, so it's benefiting from Deadly Waters. We get another chance at the day 6 ticket. It's a small chance, because he had a ton of items, but... Okay. Hey, we got it. Nice. That's huge. It's worth 6. Might be worth selling off.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
I don't think I'm going to be using the ice pick, so... 8, I'll sell that. An extra fight. Harkuvian Rocket Trooper. It's extra experience. Could get Keen Eye. Could get the Eagle Talisman. Could get the Rocket Boots. There's a lot of decent drops here.
This time, I'll just walk on the ground.
He got an extra shot off because he crit with this, which reloaded the Harkuvian Rocket. Which we got, which we won't use, but... I'm gonna drop this, and I'm gonna put in a freeze item. Being able to freeze one of their items could be the difference maker.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist...
He's got 4 wins, so he's on... He hasn't lost yet either. That's a lot of damage scaling. I think he out-damage scales me by enough. Yeah, by like a lot. Yeah, his damage scaling is just super fast because of the SMG. And the weak point detector. Nice build. I don't think that build goes very much longer, but he has time to pivot because he hasn't lost yet. Weapons or friends? Weapon or crit or friend skills? That's tough. Weapon or crit's probably more broadly applicable. Noisy Cricket is just good raw damage, and that's probably where I'm going. Yep. We got the skill. We did not get good. We did not get a transform crystal, which sucks. The skill is, the first 5 times you use a tool each fight, haste a tool. Well, my tools aren't friends, so that doesn't trigger the Shark Ray. Unless I make it a tool. Or a friend.
We're a good team.
When you slow... I don't have slowing on the board right now, but an Illusoray maybe later, but let's go for what we have now if we can.
There are a lot of steps in this staircase, but it's beautiful up there.
See if we get lucky. You know what? I'm going to wait on that, but if I can make that into a friend by giving it random types, it could stay on the board and contribute meaningfully.
Why'd they do this to me? Am I supposed to be a
messenger?
Messenger?
good.
Woo! This seaweed probably needs to come off in favor of a friend. Preferably a weapon friend. An aquatic weapon friend. Maybe we get lucky. That's a weapon friend. This is mossy. Alright, we're not going to use the relay drone. So get rid of it. Get rid of this. Not going to use the abducted cow. I'm going to have to hold on to that, because there's potential that that finds some use. And this might get transformed into... Well, it has mossy on it again, which isn't ideal.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend.
A little bit, Andy, yeah. He's lost once. He has friend zone. Wow, he's gonna have a lot of shielding here and a lot of damage off Clarence. I don't think we win here. His damage outscales mine by a lot, and he has shielding behind it. That's a disgusting amount of scaling right now.
Let's take the tyrant's whole kingdom.
I don't think I want the enrage right now.
Muscles. It comes from beyond the body. Can you feel it? How thin the barrier really is?
Alright, I'll fight a monster. Our damage scaling isn't bad with best defense. I wish it was higher tier, but we only just got it.
See that flank?
It's just not fast. It's good. It's just not quick enough at this point. No way I beat the thug, so we'll just fight the treasure turtle a second time. But yeah, Shark Ray starting on 50 damage. We'll see where it gets at the end of this, but... yeah, I mean, it's getting up there. A lot of the scaling is still coming from Shark Claws.
Waste of gunpowder.
We got the day 9 ticket. Try not to fuck it up this time. Alright, I'll take the enrage skill here.
If you have to ask the price, you
Okay.
can afford it.
You're out. You're in.
Whoever said money can't buy class had neither.
You're out. You're in.
You're a smart one for your size.
You rely too. I beg you could have sworn it was something else.
Not exactly what I want. Alright, I'm not going to wind up using you. Shark Claws still stay in for now. Who win, Vanessa?
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with the
Captain's quarters. Port. Port with heavy firepower. This rifle is going to do a ton of damage. And I don't know if we can outpace it, because it's going to get guaranteed crits.
Like my crew says at the bar.
That's a very close fight. He's about to fire, and then we're basically dead. Very close. Not a bad ammo build. Not a bad ammo build. I don't like that many mediums, but I see why he's done it with heavy firepower. The only reason I'm going to transform here is because this vendor's just not going to have anything that I care about, so I'll take the opportunity to see if this could be something that replaces Shark Claws. Some sort of medium friend like a Marlin or Puffer or... Well, this'll give me some items. If I could make this a friend... Actually, I should have done this a while ago. Nope, Tekken Trap. Alright, just get rid of that, because I'm not going to use it. Keep the star chart through day 8, because we could still get the docks.
The smaller the portions, the finer the meal.
No dice there.
Window shoppers.
No, no. Alright.
You challenging Cloud Top?
When an item starts flying, this makes everything fly, so it's a little bit of damage scaling.
The Admiral will not be pleased.
Okay. We did get it.
Ride that tide!
What do the enchants look like here? Ugh, first time. Yuck. I'm gonna go Fiery Narwhal. Make the Zoracid faster. Could restore prestige, but I'm still in it if I lose on this day, so I'm just gonna look for upgrades.
I'll help you find who does.
We are not finding shit.
You might try
Not great
David's.
stores.
Real friendly guy.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh.
Not great stores. Well, at least we got the expedition on the next day. And I won't screw it up this time. He's got 6 wins, so he's a win ahead of us.
Makes this more fun.
If I knock you down quickly, you might be safe.
Big damage items, so tree, club, or no, he's got the weapon route. I don't think my weapon scaling keeps up. It's maybe it does. If he doesn't, depends on how much healing he gets here. Yeah. He didn't get as much healing as I thought off the crits there, so we were able to cut through. Alright. That's 6 wins. We should be fast enough to beat a boulder trap. We fucking better be. Looks like we are. Yeah, okay, good. Just go away, because I'm not going to use you. If I were to get some kind of shielding, that skill would be a lot better. I'm not certain I win. I mean, I should win any of these fights, but my board is weaker than I would like to have, so it's hard to gauge. Since I'm still... Okay, we're good enough.
Your own land needs a guardian. Perhaps it is you.
No skill. That's fine.
Now, this is how you win a war.
Okay. Old Zane gives good... I want weapon skills, though. Something that can help define the board a little bit better. Let's go Flurry of Blows. Makes the board cycle much faster. Not great. Toxic or Fiery Enchant, essentially, is what we got. I guess we'll take Fiery. Six win dually. He's also level 11, so he's done good on his experience. Just as we have done okay. Yeah, Cora probably kills me, because I don't think I'm fast enough. He's got 3 diamond items. Good golly, I'm still on a fucking silver shark ray. Yeah, we're so dead. Like, it also, look at that, it crit on 1%. It didn't need to crit to kill me, but it's just like the extra insult on top that it crit on 1%. I rarely do this, but I'm going to upgrade the whole board since I might be stuck with it.
The quicker the fight.
And we had so many... He had 3 diamond items. I still have a silver... Like, 3 silver items. I want to fight a monster, but this can have a Shark Ray, or this could have Tortuga.
I'm so fast, I'm living in your future. No, I want to.
Because Tortuga is a haste item. Come on. Fucking eels again. Interesting. Alright, let's look at this. Because this has deadly when transformed. That could give me a powerful piece. This is just too dependent on the enemy board. And it's not enough haste. This is more haste, but it has to drop something valuable to do that. I get Tortuga from Tortuga. If I win, I should, but I just do not know at this point. Yeah. Okay.
Pathetic. As spineless as a jellyfish.
I would prefer to hold on to that gunpowder in case I get a dive weights, but... So many pieces here trying to make it onto this board.
Nothing is what it... Ask anyone. It's always...
If that had been like a piranha with deadly, that would have been pretty good. I got a lot of gold. Looking for the right one. Come on. I mean...
There's a little fire in everyone. I can make it hotter.
Not this day.
It's
Could have found
wise
something
not
cool
to
there.
rush the flames.
I don't know what's better, but I feel like this is fine. Still builds do tend to activate a lot, so... Is this going to give me more haste than the Zoracid? Probably. Alright. Maybe we get lucky and get to 7.
My fight isn't
She's on a fast board. We have a decent chance with eels, but even if our eels are triggering a lot, she might just punch through us. She's got some freeze going. Yeah, she might just punch right through us. This is going to gain so much damage. I think we're just dead. We're doing, like, negative damage because of how much healing this is doing.
Calibrating the lunar wane shaft
Yep.
really makes
Alright,
a difference.
6 wins. It's not terrible, but not what I'd want.
We could use you in
So,
the fight on
10-8,
Chicago.
4-6. Going backwards. Yep. Going backwards a little bit now on rank. Alright, I'm gonna play one more Vanessa tonight. I might not wind up playing a different character.
This will look perfect.
I'm definitely in a danger zone of going, okay, those last couple runs were not great, and now I'm, like, trying to, you know, make up for it with a win, but... Alright, JJ.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff.
That is not the store I wanted.
I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase. Do you have to leave already?
Any good fights lately?
Dude.
Do miss it.
I hate when the stores are just this disjointed early. When they just don't line up even with each other on, like, something cohesive. Again? I don't even have any weapons right now. So, I don't know if this is better, but...
Enjoy the thrill of battle.
Better hope I have, like, Kyber Drone on the board. Yeah, so that I can get a win.
See that plank? Walk it.
Make deals, not war. I can feel our energies resonating. I'm so glad we could share this experience.
Toxic catfish. It's something. Because this one's bronze and this one's silver, it doesn't upgrade it. I have 2 separate ones. Well, this is
We're out to dethrone
a weak
king,
board,
not to squabble with
to say the least.
Something sleeps within me.
Any type of scaling beats us. Yeah, like that. It's not even scaling, he's just faster than us by, like, a ton.
You can keep your skin.
Yeah, because this is giving it so much extra damage. Alright. Day 1 is almost always just a coin flip anyway. You put the best things you can on the board, but
people
It's a hope and a prayer.
Profit 10. Happy to make a sale. Sad to say.
All right.
goodbye.
I might be ditching those shark claws already. Because I want this beach ball.
If that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
All right.
So, how about this weather where... Oh, you're leaving.
I don't want the beach ball. It's just the best option I have right now. I should clarify that. It's not like I'm sitting here going, "Oh, beach ball! That's the ticket!" But
Your choice.
I should have put the beach ball on the other side of the jellyfish for more haste. The good thing here is the toxic enchant on the catfish means it double dips on poison increases. That's an interesting option. When you use another relic or enchanted item. This is an enchanted item, so that's... have to consider that that sticks around, potentially. I'm gonna go for a skill instead of a weapon. Alright. Couldn't be for friends? The time that I have all friends, you're... Whatever. No. I was trying to think if there was anything there that I would buy, but... not really. Those are going to charge the Zorasid. A lot. Yep. And they're not aquatic, so they can't soak up the beach ball. The beach ball hastes 3, and we have 4 aquatic items. So there's a reasonably good chance the catfish gets the haste from the beach ball, and it'll always get the haste from the Zorasid. And the Zorasid is getting charged 6 times by the pesky Pete's, so... I want to shift this board the other way, though. For literally one reason, and it's so that the better Pesky Pete is getting this. Because he's faster by 1 second. It could make all the difference.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabokians.
Burn and medium weapon. Burn and poison. He's got an early money furnace build. That's a lot of burn quick, though. And burn is a lot faster than poison.
Next time I'll
Oh, ho, ho. But we got a lot more poison on him. That was close. That was close. He's gonna go on to win 10 games if he can scale that at all, though, so... no sweat off his tusks. I think I want to shop for friends more than I want to upgrade any bronze right now. Although upgrading this is a consideration. But I think I'm looking for friends. Okay. I need a flying fish. Would make a big difference here. Because what probably happens is something like this, and then the shark ray comes on the board when the board expands. Because it scales not just damage, but poison. And it double dips the poison scaling here. This is giving me haste triggers here. This is haste. And then this does this for haste, but this is a flying object, so a flying fish would make this even faster. This is one of the weaker options right now, but it is a little bit more poison scaling for the catfish, so... let's just go Tempest Bravo.
I have too much strength for one blade.
First beach ball haste did not hit the catfish. That's the problem with adding more items, is the beach ball is more likely to miss the catfish. Which is why you prefer to have haste, you know, it's not dependent on haste landing on it. Which is why puffer is, you know, the preferred poison engine source thing. Alright, let's see.
If you have to ask the price, you can't afford it.
Yeah, we're gonna want that. I also have to consider this, because this is a fast triggering item. I'm not gonna need the beach ball. I don't think. Alright. So let's look at our board. I think it's something like that. This is triggering haste. This is triggering haste off of this. All of this is charging off aquatic items. But I wonder if the Illusory is still better next to this instead of the Pearl. And it probably is. So that's probably better. Which means maybe the Pearl doesn't stay on and the Yeti Crab is better. But let's try it like that for now. So if we're upgrading one of these items, it's probably the Illusory. To make it a second, or to make it slow, last a second longer. Because that's one of our defensive measures, is slowing down the enemy. It's our only real defensive measure except for this tiny little pearl. Let's see if this scales enough. It's still the catfish is the primary damage dealer here, but now we have the shark ray fueling its poison. And because it's toxic, it gains that poison twice as fast. It's a big weapon board. He's got extra health. And this has... It doesn't have the crit chance yet, but it does have a lot of damage. If this goes off twice, we're dead. And the problem here is we're not a fast board. We're just fast enough, though. Just barely, because this is about to go off and beat us. That 60 might have made the difference. But that's pretty weak. So it went off 6 times. I mean, it's more than the Illusory went off, but... Ooh, no. Not working at the docks. I don't have... Okay. Alright, this is out.
Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
Alright, you're gone. I'm gonna hold on to that because that might be... There might be something to the Yeti Crab later. We're not on flying fish, so Marlin isn't the piece right now. Retiree will give us a good chance to test our poison here. So that's what I'm gonna do.
I got my scars in the war.
I want to see not only how quickly it's happening, but how much is happening from the puffer or the catfish towards the end. The problem here is right there. You can see how slow it is for us to start.
Whatever happened to respect your elders?
Our ignition source, the first trigger, is very slow. Yeah, it's 100 versus the 46, so the puffer definitely has taken over as the primary. which was expected when I bought it, but... Check for a dive weights upgrade. Weather glass is something to consider. So is ice pick with the Yeti crab. There are a lot of things to consider here. So, because the shark ray could come out in place of the weather glass, and instead of scaling the damage, we're just looking to apply a ton. And then we could add in the ice pick and the Yeti crab, and the Yeti crab could scale the poison on the weather glass and the puffer or the toxic catfish. We also do have Flame Dancer and the Final Flame here. This is weird, but let me look at this for a second. See if there's something here. Come on, game. Yeti, weather glass. Dive weights might be out. Yeti, weather glass. But I want this hasting the weather glass. So the weather glass is here. You're here. And then we have the ice pick, the dive weights, and the ice pick. This is kind of exploratory. Because I kind of have a build that works-ish, but...
See ya.
We have all the pieces for it. All right.
Sail, my boy.
I mean, this is still fine, but that's definitely being much more like, hey, go back to the puffer shark ray, because now you have the haste for crit scaling.
Do you
Damn it.
play baseball? Nah, of course you play baseball.
Hey, they defeated him right at the end. All right, let's see how this does. We'll see how much damage it puts out, but, like, there's something here. I know there is. I did a weather glass build the other day, but it hinged on, not hinged on, it was very powerful because of a late item I got, which was a toxic enchanted tripwire, which was hugely powerful. I mean, that's a lot of damage. And it does have a decent amount of control tied into the build. She was on 0 wins, so it's not a great gauge. But let's roll with this and see where the build takes us. Vernal Envoy? The big thing that Weather Glass does is not only apply a lot, but burn and poison together are really effective. Because it just stacks a lot more damage than it looks like at face value. You can look at burn, you can look at poison and be like, oh, that's big. But when both of them are there together, it does a lot of combined damage that can be a little bit surprising.
War. gave me what you needed.
I buy too much more stuff, and I'm gonna be selling off Puffer and Shark Ray, and then I will be out of that lane entirely, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but let's go Gunpowder and fuel this a little bit more. Because if I can get like a fiery or an icy enchant on that, it's gonna be busted. Alright, let's try for that day 6 ticket again.
My creator. I do not know his name.
I'm also gonna look for skills that give me freeze. Skills that trigger freezes will scale the poison here a lot. And upgrading the Yeti Crab will also do a lot for that. What does that item do? Huh. Not as in Friends, but could find some upgrades. Things that make the board faster are not a bad thing. Yeti Crab would be... Fucking you. Come on, game. Also, Angler. Because, no, because this is off slow. I do have the Illusoray, but no. Fucking Puffer. A lot of the value goes into the Ambergris here, so I'm going to buy it just in case I shift that way. Would I ever dock this board anything to get Puffer in place of the Toxic Catfish? Like, could I make that work? I don't want to drop the Illusoray, but I could. This is getting enough haste triggers here, so I could drop the Illusoray. Oh, the Illusoray is giving me a multicast here. So that's why I don't want to drop it. And I don't want to drop the Pesky Pete, because it's giving me... I could drop the Jellyfish. It's giving me haste triggers, but we're not in a haste engine. The problem is not having a friend there. Because I would want the Puffer Fish next to the Yeti Crab. And this is only getting 2 triggers now. And I want this for freeze to trigger this. And to give this a multicast. And you really do want haste triggers if you've got the Puffer. I wonder if it's ever worth dropping the multicast here. Feels kind of counterintuitive to what you're doing, but... Man, this is tough. Tough, 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 tough. Too many things to work with. I'll try this in the next fight and see how it feels. See if the Puffer feels substantially faster or anything like that. So now I got a Flying Fish, and that's another haste source. Man, that really wants me to go back to the Puffer Shark Ray build. But I'm not gonna do it. So we're dropping a multicast here, but we're adding in the Puffer, which triggers off of all of this haste, and might be a lot more than the Toxic Catfish and Illusoray were giving me together. We'll see. Basically, the Pufferfish needs to out-poison the Weatherglass by a reasonable amount to be worth keeping on the board in place of the multicast. He's got a lot of burn. Like a lot of burn. Too much burn. Just too much burn. It doubled the weather glasses, but the weather glass might have triggered less. It's tough to say, man. Maybe we're off the weather glass and into the other build. In which case, that Flying Fish would have been better, but not necessary. This is a tough one to figure out what's going to be better. Let's give this a look and see how it feels.
Stronger bones.
Give me an extra fight. Oh, would have been nice.
Now this is how you win a war.
All right. It's a small raw damage increase at the start. Zookeeper gives us friends. When you use a friend poison, that could be big.
You are by far my worst audience!
Still feels a little soft. Like a little bit slow, a little bit weak. Not quite where we want it to be. Alright.
All original parts?
Upgrade to Shark Ray.
Now this will inspire the crew. I would never debase my wares by. I think that suits you beautifully. Tell everyone you got it here.
Alright. I'm gonna stay on what I'm on and give up on the weather glass for now. What I need to look on in the next fight is how much poison the catfish applies, because it may be better to put in the piranha for raw damage. 4-win dually.
Go ahead.
See if we can get to 4 wins.
It makes this more fun.
It's got all talk. Damn. This is gonna hurt. Yeah. What I need is like a shielded or a regen enchant on. I'm dead before I can get going. Like, this is just insane. I'm surprised he's only got 4 wins. I mean, I guess if he just got it online, but good golly. I need a defensive enchant on the puffer fish. That would help a lot.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons, and you might.
Oh, I didn't check the catfish like I said I was going to.
Rally, men!
That fight didn't last long enough to really tell me much, so...
Adira has surpassed me in power, but he can never surpass me in years. Every coin goes back to our community. We Sphinxians thank you.
You've just taken the first step toward good taste.
Yeah, it's still slow. Need an enchant to kind of push this over the edge. I didn't check again, but I know that the puffer way outdid it. I just don't know by how much.
Welcome in, huh? What can I get you?
Excuse me.
See that mountain? That's Pole. He might have what you need.
Do you have any really small things? I can feel my leaves falling.
Nothing there. Alright, maybe we can get 4. Come on! Would prefer to not have an unfortunate journey at all. At least our lowest tonight was a 4, not a 3. It's got a lot of burn. Probably a money furnace. And a billboard or something like that. No, it's money furnace and freeze. So I'm dead. I hate running into money furnaces. It's my least favorite item in the game right now. By a lot. Looks like I might beat it. Yeah. If he had a private hot springs instead of an igloo, he kills me. But this isn't very well scaled at this point, but money furnace is just... I don't know. I know that it can have dead runs, but Pig can lose so much early that it doesn't matter if he has a couple dead days. He can just come back and scale that thing for 6 straight days, lose for 6 straight days, and then still win 10 wins. So,
I want what's right for you.
because the hero can just go so much later than Vanessa can and stay relevant. Maybe should have stuck with going for a loot item there, but... I want to upgrade from gold.
You're not ready to accept the light, and that's okay.
The haste triggers are pretty much non-stop. We just need more throughput from our fishes. Yeah, like, it's way out-damaging the catfish. It should be. I just needed to
Small things remind me of seeds.
verify that it was doing its job.
Home.
Nada.
Midsworth is gonna yell at me.
Tell Midsworth to shut the up. Okay, here's something to consider. When you poison, freeze, or burn, charge this 1 second and it gains 20 damage for the fight. I could drop the Illusion Ray and the Shark Ray. Slot in the Slumbering Primordial. I mean, at this point, I've gotten 4 wins. I would love to get more, but I'm open to checking this item out because I haven't done much with this item. And I'm open to doing some more stuff with it.
I shouldn't have buried that last treasure.
So when you poison, freeze, or burn, we have burn and a lot of poison. We don't need to scale our poison because we're scaling the damage here. This is a friend, and it does scale the damage, but you'd have to drop, like, this and this? I mean... Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, like that. Huh. I mean, why not? Let's take a look. Let's see how it feels. It might be just incredibly weak.
My fight isn't with
I've run into a primordial build once or twice, maybe, and I don't think... I remember one of them beat me, but I was on, like, a super weak build. Holy crap. Yeah, those are gonna hurt. But we just never even got a chance to see the slumbering go off. Freaking triple nanobot build. Haven't seen that in a long time. I wanted to see this go, but, I mean, the fact that it's that slow to go off tells me I'm still missing some pieces here. Let's look for an enchantment. Okay, I'm gonna put restorative on the puffer, and I might drop the primordial off. I'll try this in the PvE fight and see if I can make any headway with it, but I think I'm worrying about scaling it, and I don't need to be. You know, Toxic would have been good here. The heal's probably still better. Okay, what I'm going to do is this. Anticipating probably not keeping the primordial. I'm going to put haste here. Because that's a multicast haste.
I'm on the edge of the plank.
But what I was saying was I may not need to be worrying about scaling the damage or the poison with the Shark Ray. I just need to get this to trigger. Like, the faster it triggers, the... Come on, game. Like, it just needs to trigger. Oh my god. I hate when the whole board shifts like that for no damn reason. We'll try it in the PvE fight, but I'm not committed to it. That restorative enchant gives me a little more headway in the previous setup.
Welcome to my business.
Nothing better anyway.
Too slow.
There's a
So
special
far.
promotion today. Everything is for sale.
Okay.
But buying things is the whole point.
Let's see.
Of everything.
The tyrant kings.
I want to see how long it takes before it triggers. Because the startup is slow, and that's probably our biggest kicker, but... It's just too slow. It's just too slow. We can't charge it fast enough with this particular setup. Alright. This gave us some extra haste in this line, so maybe make something happen there.
Come on in.
That's faster. Illusory.
Do you have to leave already?
Let's buy this.
That doesn't work out for you.
Even though we might be dead at the end of this day. Alright, let's get some extra HP. Maybe helps us through the day. 6 win pig.
We're out to dethrone a king. Not
Good luck to us.
My people believe.
It's a double whammy build, and I'm probably not going to kill it fast enough, so... It was a fun run. It's 97% crit, double whammy, and... Yeah. That's why... He didn't lose a lot. But that's also... Look at that. It's only day 9. And he has not lost a bunch of days to fall behind. And he has diamond double whammy with full crit. 97% crit. Diamond belt. Diamond heavy keychain. On day 9. That's like a day 14 build. So just screw me, I guess.
Gets us closer to victory.
2 4s tonight was not what I was planning on. I told you guys we were going to have one run at the beginning that was good, and it was, which was when I was at my highest rank. So you'd think they'd, you know... Alright. Alright, folks. I had some fun hanging out tonight. We did, 4 runs? 5 runs? We had a 10, an 8, a 4, a 6, and a 4. I think that's what we had. 10, 8, 4, 6, 4. Yeah. So not terrible, but certainly not as good as I have been doing. But the 10 was fine. The 4s, that's the first 4s that I've had in 3 days. So definitely a little bit of a backstep there. But I guess I'm also doing, you know, trying to entertain and talk to you guys and talk through the lines. So, and I definitely made a mistake on that one by taking glass cannon and then taking the Caltrops fight. I should have just taken the boulder because with the double damage I would have cut through. But anyway, thanks for hanging out tonight, guys. Just a chill evening on a Friday. I try to keep Fridays pretty low intensity right now because we have the big stream tomorrow for Super Saturday. This week was super disjointed because of the weather and the internet being down for the better part of 3 days, but it's been good now, so we'll be here tomorrow continuing the Long War campaign. We're definitely late in that campaign, so it's getting dangerous. It is super dangerous. We have a ton of injuries on the roster, but we're doing okay with it, so thank you guys for hanging out tonight. I had a blast. I know it's not the biggest turnout we ever have for the Bazaar, but I'm probably going to keep featuring it on extra days like this because I've been playing it a lot and enjoying it, and some people are hanging out and enjoying it too. So if you're one of those people, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed as I got clobbered in ranked runs, but we had 2 really good runs. We had a 10 and an 8, and the 8 could have gone further, but the 10 was great. It was a great run, so thank you all for the good times, the good vibes, the good conversations, and as always, I'll see you guys next time, right here in the Echo, where each and every one of us has a voice. Good night, God bless, be good people, and I'll see you next time, folks. Adios.